You know how it goes.
Oh, I do. That's how we shoot the ship. That's how it goes.
Where's your big intro?
Oh, I don't know. The wife isn't here to do it all for me. I think I barely remember how to do a banner.
We'll be lucky if this goes live. We're still backstage.
All right, yeah, for sure. That was a good auction tonight, though. It was fun.
Yeah. It was comical. Yeah, comical is how I would describe it.
Yeah.
Comical, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank everybody involved for not killing me on the turtles. So that was cool.
No, I was like, am I keep seeing doubles? Because it seemed like every round had turtles in it.
And then it was like 3 rounds of like turtles and out. It was like, oh, well, shit.
Well, I tried to space them out because when I first started doing it, I had them like all in the same one. I was like, yeah, nobody wants to go through around seeing like all of the same book. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to set those off to the side. Hindsight, though, I should have done that. I should have put them all in the same round. And then you would have got the entry, the whole thing would have sold out. And then
I thought you were doing the entry as like another. I always feel like the spins are elimination. I was like, oh, I got 2 entries, and it was like, okay, he's out. Like, oh, he wins. I was like, shit.
Well, what I realized is when I was doing the elimination stuff, is it didn't matter if you had 50 entries or 1 entry, because that's just 49 for you to get eliminated. So
right.
it didn't do you any good.
I think on the big side it makes a little bit of sense, but the little side you're like, damn, I got 50% chance of winning right here. And it's like, nope. Nah.
Well, actually, you did have 50% chance.
I did, but it's like, it's okay. It's a what was it, a Batman book?
You just didn't win.
I would have gave it to Captain anyway.
You went to the snitchity snatch phase.
Snatch the face.
I've seen extreme examples.
I swear on the other when we were on Mike Rogers' channel, one night he called him Sweet Snatch. And my son cracks up every time he's like, is that Sweet Snatch?
Sweet Snatch.
I don't know, is it? I've gotten I got a lot of free books off of Mike from him calling me Fish Hawk or Fish Tank or Fish, and he's like, just give him a free book. Here you go, boom, boom, boom. He sent me. He's like, I paid for 1 book, and he sent me like 4 or 5 books without paying for shipping. I paid him like $5 or $6. He's like, sent me all these books for free. I was like, okay, how do you argue with that? Felt kind of bad. I'm like, man, okay. If you want to call me Fish Hawk, I'm good with that. Or fire fish or whatever you want to call me. Go for it.
Fire.
Fish stick, whatever. We got John's comic in here. Is he really in here? John's comics?
Oh yeah.
That dude's a legend, man. He's a YouTube sensation right there.
Oh yeah. He's a great guy.
I mean, really, like you guys, like Captain Marvelous, John's comics, a couple other guys have really got me into like trying to branch out. And it's really cool that we do this. And I did finish that book, Captain, that Daredevil book you sent me, and I will be doing a video either maybe tomorrow or sometime this week. I got to figure it out. I need to kind of broaden horizons. I need some more flowers to come in and bloom. You know what I mean?
Well, John, I think John's the one that started it. He sent it off to Jabroni to read because he was giving him Rod crap about a Daredevil book, and then Rod sent it to me to read to send off to somebody else in the community. So I remember Jabroni doing a video about it that he was going to read it and send it out to the community. So at least we're keeping that going, you know.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to. I read it and I loved it. Oh, shit.
There's your intro, Captain.
Oh, yeah.
It just played like in between. I did read it, and it was a really good story. And I remember I watch a lot of Comics with Bueller, Coffee and Comics with Bueller. Yes, John. Yes, John. Sensation and a legend. Comics and Bueller. So he's got Bullseye Bob, and he talks a lot about that storyline, that Frank Miller storyline, and he said it changed his life because it's a drug story, you know, kind of coming out of the drug life and reforming from that. And so I that's kind of why, Captain, I was like, I don't know Jabroni, but you were going to say, hey, this is a good book, and I'm going to read that. So I read it, and I feel that it's a really good kind of from zero to hero kind of story. Really good story. Really good story.
Oh, yeah.
I personally did not know Jabroni, and I hate that. I'm late to the Jabroni game, but I wanted to send that book out now that I know kind of what he liked. I feel like I would like to send that out to somebody. So I will do a video soon, if not tomorrow, sometime next week, and I'll do an IG thing. Hopefully, you guys can kind of promote me a little bit. You know, you guys have followers. I have nobody.
All you gotta do is just tag people, even if you don't know them. Just tag it.
This guy over here that just joined, he's got a bunch of followers. He can help me out a little bit.
Got some whiskey, bourbon, tri-tip going.
Dang, son.
In California, is that allowed?
Fire?
Yeah, it's always on fire over there.
How do you think they get started?
I thought you were all vegans.
That's why I'm doing it in the backyard, so no one knows.
Yeah. I don't know how to get like with John, what he's saying. It's like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know Jabroni, but I feel like he has touched some people. And I'd like to pass that on. I feel like that Jabroni was a good dude. Like just hearing what people have said and read some inscriptions in the book, I would like to pass his kind of love on to somebody. So we will do a video. John, if you could help me out a little bit.
Sure.
John Come With Kids. You guys could help me out. Maybe I'll try to tag you guys, and you can promote it a little bit. You know, I want to get some people out there. I want to promote it, get it out there, and we'll send it out to somebody.
Right. That's all I did with it. Said the first one to comment that they want it. That was you, Firehawk. I sent it to you.
Yeah. I felt compelled to read it. Like I really did. Like Bullseye Bob over on Bueller's channel, he really is emotional about it. So I feel like it was worth a read, and it really is worth a read. It's a great storyline. Great storyline.
Which one was it?
What's it called? Born Again.
Yeah.
Miller and Mizzou. I have it right here. I just finished it up. Let me grab it. Hold on. It's like 2 steps away. Give me a second.
But that's the funny thing is, Jabroni didn't like Daredevil. He didn't like Daredevil at all. He actually made fun of Roderick because he liked Daredevil. So it wasn't until that book till Jabroni actually liked Daredevil.
Yeah, Born Again. Like, really good storyline.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to do, like it says in the inscription in the book, it says do a live video, which Captain did. Kind of put it out there to the community, and I'll ship it to you. So if anybody could kind of help me out, put out some feelers.
Well, you're doing one right now.
Right, there you go.
My YouTube is like what, 4 subscribers maybe, and it was probably
Oh.
from
I mean,
who knows when.
I tell you what, you send it to me, I'll read it, and then we'll send it out.
I could do that, but I yeah, we're live right now, right?
Yeah, it's live right now. So
Okay.
it's
Is that
proof
fair?
that it would get stuck if I didn't send it. So
Okay, I would like to send it to John because I feel like John would like to read that.
Then you got to sign
I
the
would do
inside
that.
of it that read it.
then
I'm gonna
we'll
I'm
do
gonna
a
sign
live
it.
one on, well, during one of my shows we'll give it out during one of mine.
There you go.
Very cool. I think
And
that's a
I'll
good
just-
idea.
And I'll just add it to someone's box and we'll pass it on that way.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's gonna
It
get
might
around,
make its
right?
way to California. It might end up in Professor's hand.
I just don't know many people, and like my YouTube channel is very small because I don't do anything. J Hag and I are supposed to try to do something, hopefully someday. But who knows?
Well, we're going to start up our book review, so
Please, can we? I would love that. Like book review, I'm in. I mean,
yeah, I want to actually. I think that's really a good idea, and I want to do that.
I think we have enough of following here to where we can do some kind of new book at least every month. A number 1 review kind of thing. I think it'd be really cool because John, you have the obvious. You are the dealer that keeps us hooked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, but I would love to talk about the series that are out, and we're getting like
Yeah.
2 or 3 into them. And is it a continue on or is it a drop it? You know, are you interested in it enough to keep going, or is it a throw it away, drop it? Autumnal, I read it. I'm up to 6. I like it.
I would love to
it
talk
keep-
about autumnal.
Yeah, autumnal, however you want to say that, but it's a good read.
It's really
Professor, I like
great.
my
I
steak
mean,
medium rare, just so you know.
Have you read Stray Dogs?
I have not.
Ooh,
I
that's a good
have
one.
them. I have not.
Yeah, I need to read Stray Dogs, and I haven't read that one yet. Are we on 4 now?
They just did 3. 3 is, I think, what they're on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what you sold
Yeah, I
tonight,
need to,
wasn't it?
right.
Number 3.
3.
You can send them a picture of your dog, and it might get published
Oh, that's cool.
because they always have at least like 20 dogs at the very end of each comic.
That's tomorrow. That's on tomorrow's list right there.
That's your read
That's
list
tomorrow's
tomorrow?
reading list. And that's what I could find. I mean, that's Nuclear Family, Geiger, Noctera. I mean, I'm
Oh,
I'm
and you
trying to catch up.
haven't read Geiger yet.
No, that'll be tomorrow. That will be
Geiger.
tomorrow.
I liked Geiger, and I'm looking forward to issue 2. I think it was a great series. I think it's going to be a great series.
The thing is, like with Geiger, they went out and got these great covers. I mean, like this thing is, and this is this cover. Was it the C cover? The Noctera,
That's B or C.
yeah, like awesome. Like who would not buy that cover just cover by?
I still have that on my store.
Oh shit. What store is it? What store is that, John? What store is that, John?
MarvelOusComics.us.
Oh.
Not
Marvel's-
.com. That was $2,000 more expensive. .us.
But I have that, and I have the glow in dark cover somewhere hiding. But to read, I will read that tomorrow. But I read 1 and 2 Nuclear Family. Really interesting.
I haven't read
Nuclear
that one yet.
Family?
I need to.
You need to read that. Oh, so we got Captain. You have hey Captain, you got Perpetual Comics Instagram?
I believe so.
Send him a link to this.
I think there's a link at the top of the thing. I'll put it in the chat again.
He asked me whose stream was it. I said he's got to know you. He knows you, right?
Yeah,
Everybody knows Cap.
yeah, I've been across the seas.
He sailed those 7 seas.
Yeah,
Oh.
there, I put it in the chat itself. Anybody can want to jump in? Can jump in.
It's so cool. I love that. Like I've met a lot of cool people. Honestly, like John Marvelous Comics has introduced me to a lot of, obviously, Captain, Professor, a lot of big time guys. You know, you guys got a bunch
Big
of
time guys.
subscribers.
Guys are all over the
Big
place.
time.
Well, you know, I gotta chew out you, Firehawk and Professor. You guys haven't been coming over to Gray Man, so I've been getting last place all the time because I don't get your votes.
Yeah, I screwed up today. I was out having a good time. Sorry.
Oh well.
I was out having a little bit of vino. I apologize for that. And honestly, the war covers, I really wanted to see the war covers. That's a huge. I love a good war cover. Not gonna lie.
It was so boring. All these German blah 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 covers. I went with like Secret Wars #8.
Oh, you went with like. I would have probably.
What if Iron Man lost the what was it?
The Armor War.
Yeah. What if he lost that? You know, you have to think outside the box sometimes.
I would have probably went with anything with a Nazi cover. Like I'm not that I'm that kind of person, but I feel like it will be canceled pretty soon. The swastika will be canceled, and I feel like I need to collect the swastika comics right now.
Some of them golden ages are up there.
Yeah. I've got a couple Silver Age stuff, and like was it Weird Wars and stuff like that.
Yeah, Weird Wars had some good ones.
I really want to get some Invaders. I had a couple Invaders. I gave them away. It's kind of a Christmas present for the CBCS Christmas giveaway. I was like, he likes Invaders. Here you go. It was a Kirby cover. I was like, here, take it. And it was a.
Were you in that?
Yeah.
The CBCS.
Yeah, Bree and I.
Both of you?
Mm-hmm.
Were you in it last year too?
No, just this was our first year.
I ran that last year.
Yeah, it was Cat Covers, I think. Cat Covers did it this year, and
right. Yeah, I passed it off to him this year. So we did on there. I'm Mountie 73.
Yeah, I know. That's where I started following you on that, and then Bree found you on Instagram, doing the live sales on Instagram, and then she's like, "Yo, follow this guy," and I was like, "Oh, I know him. He does great sales on something or other," and it's like, "Oh, here we go."
Well, son of a gun. It's a small world after all.
So, yeah, good times.
But yeah, I will tell you, the CBCS forum is nothing like the CGC forum.
Yeah,
the CGC forum. I was on there for a little while, and it is very rough. I mean, as far as opinionated people and everything, but it's very the CBCS forum is very informative, and it's really good to get in there. Dino. You can get a lot of great information.
My man Dino is here. He does he does the great kind of what gave me the whole book review thing. Dino does a great book review channel on his the Nerd Herd. Great book reviews, and that kind of gave me the thing. Is like now we have this little group. You know, we could do a book review of our own. They do a lot of older stuff. Maybe we could do newer stuff. You know, kind of to, you know, put the new stuff on the map and put John on the map that he's selling these new books, trying to get his name out there too. Like we'll do a whole, you know, Marvelous whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that works. I mean, I'm all for it. So,
we're going to commercialize.
and yeah, I like the book club thing because one, it forces me to read these two, and because I end up
Yes.
getting 50 in, and I'm like, "Bruh, okay, I don't have time. So then
I
if
need
we're
help.
if we're doing a club on this one, and this one, I've just got to take time out from work and read them. So, I mean,
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like it'd be cool to have like say if you know who buys from you, John. Say 6 of us buy one title.
right.
Hey, would you guys like to do a review on let's just say Layla Star? That's the first thing. So
Right.
you can get
I
maybe
have not
4
read
to
yet.
right. 4 to 6 of us say, yeah, oh yeah, Layla Star, yeah, we've read that. Let's do a review on it. And you say, boom, boom, boom. We'll do a review on it, in 3 or 4 days. And there you go.
Right.
Kind of keep us up to date because obviously, here you go. Let me bring that stack back out. Hold
First guy
on, here,
walks into a
everybody's ready.
YouTube stream.
So we're obviously a little behind. We are a little behind on reading. These are all number one that just came out like within the last 2 or 3 months. These are all here. So we're obviously behind just a little bit. So
I think we should take John's Mr. Rogers Neighborhood and turn it into turn it into a Reading Rainbow. Be like, hi, I'm the professor, and I'm reviewing Strange Academy. It sucks. I give it 2 thumbs down. Ba-dum-bum.
that works. That works.
Hey, I was just feeling a little weird when I did that one. I was like, yeah, this will be funny. Let me do this.
Oh, hi.
I'm glad that wasn't like a live.
Oh, hi. How are you all?
Semi creepy, as they say. There you go. Put that link out, Captain, because I think
It's in there.
Perpetual
It's in the
might
chat.
want to get in.
Yep. It's in the
it's in the
chat.
chat. Oh, it's in
Anybody
the
wants
chat.
to jump
Okay.
in and shoot the ship with us? Jump in,
I'm
talk
new.
comic.
New guy. This
He
guy
puts
is
it
a
in there
new
for
guy.
anybody. Anybody
Yeah.
can jump in, captain
Oh,
ship.
so anybody.
Right.
It's like a
Yeah.
ahoy.
welcome ship,
Like
you
just
know.
get on in.
It's like a
Right.
Chips Ahoy, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
gonna hop
come on
out
in
and
and
go
take a bite.
slice that meat, and I'll catch you guys later.
All right,
right.
Cap. All right, Professor.
Professor, you have a
Professor.
good one?
See ya.
There you go. We got an open spot. We got to have at least 4. I feel like 4 is a good meld.
I can go up to 10.
You can
That's
go up
what
to
I
10.
tell her
Holy
anyways.
hell.
Yeah, you have 10 on StreamYard.
I keep telling her that.
I would love to have Dino and Andy in here. It'd be a great stream right here because those guys. I mean, they are comic book fans. Like Andy from Perpetual has introduced me to a lot of indie books, like Nuclear Family. He just puts them out there and he just boom, 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 boom. Watch this title. Watch this title, and he's on the point. I'm telling you. He's got something going.
He was a low guy just like you, and all you got to do
He's
is
got
just start
radar.
doing videos. That's all it is.
He's way bigger. I mean, he's no little guy. He's no
No,
little
he
The
guy.
was
ones
that
coming
one
out
time.
now, the ones that are coming out now that I think you need to watch is The Good Asian, which a lot of people slept on.
Hold on. I'm right here.
Eve,
Not leaving. I just got Eve from you.
right? I think Eve is actually going to be a pretty good title. I haven't read it yet.
You mean this guy?
Yeah, that one right there. Yep, that one right there.
When I bought this from the LCS, he was like, thankfully somebody bought that. And it had like 8 or 10 on the shelf. I was like, okay. Because I heard I think Andy had blown it up too. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good read. So there you go.
I think it's a 9-parter. There's not, so it's got a definite end to it, but it looks like a really good read. It sounds like a good storyline. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's got good possibilities coming up with it.
Yeah, I think it's completely a different story. Like a Asian noir kind of crime fighting. Oh,
Right,
I'll
but
do
it takes place in Chinatown. So,
right. I mean, it's just
um,
like great. Like you could just tell it's gonna be a dark, like just like the grittiness, like Sin City type.
that's what it
Just
looks like. It looks like
Yeah.
Sin City.
that dark. I mean, you get a little red pop, but it's gonna be dark. I haven't even opened it yet, and I'm excited to read it. Like very excited. It's on the top. This is the top of the list tomorrow. This guy right here, Good Asian. I'm in. Thanks to Andy at Perpetual Comics. That's the one.
There's your invite to jump on the show with him, talk about it.
That's my Scottish by way of Ireland brother right there.
Oh.
Even though you are not a Star Wars fan, War of the Bounty Hunters is going to be a good title. War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha was a great read. And I think it set up a pretty good story. So I'm interested to see where that one goes. Man,
Yeah,
there's some
I was,
crappy covers though for Venom 35.
Really?
Yeah, there's some just straight garbage covers for Venom 35. So, and I don't know when they do a massive book like that, but at least Venom 35 is a glue bound and they're not stapling it.
Yeah,
so
they did a nice.
Your ends aren't going to split.
I want to say it's a prestige bound or a treasury bound. What do they call that? Where it's square,
where it's squared off, but
Yeah.
it's glue, so you can't really put it in a press or you'll melt the glue out. But at least by doing that on the thicker books, Marvel, it's taken them, I don't have 5-6 years to learn, but finally they've figured it out that, hey, these bigger, thicker books, maybe we need to do something different than stapling them because they're splitting every time.
But who's to say they're going to stick with that? I mean, this is a big book. This is a $10 book.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest.
So are all
this
the
is
other
a
ones that they
$9.99. And I think I lost out on the Jock cover, so.
But you didn't get it, or you did get it?
I don't think I got the Jock cover, which I think is one of my favorites. But I have a Stegman.
It doesn't close till Monday.
How many do I need, though? You know what I mean? It's like, how many do I
you
buy?
need 5 or 10, easy.
All right.
5 or 10.
You're going to get that 1 in 25.
Yeah, I don't think we're close to that, are we?
Let's see. No, I'm not even close to the 125. Did you want a Jock cover? I'll put you down for a Jock if you didn't get it at your store.
Give me
I
a
don't
Jock.
know why you would have got it.
Just give me a
I
Jock.
don't know why
John.
you would have got it
Give me a
local.
Jock.
You would have saved $250 getting it with me.
Here's the problem. I have a Stegman and a Stegman and Gleason. I have a Stegman and Gleason coming for my LCS.
Right.
I'll let you know how much those cost me. They will be more than $10. I guarantee it. So put me down for a Jock.
Have you seen the Gleason?
Yeah, but I already ordered it. You know me.
Yeah. I ordered it way ahead of time too. So.
Oh,
All
my
right,
gosh.
matey.
Oh.
See them eyes?
How's it going?
We are.
He should be the one. He should be the one doing that. It's what time there?
It's 2:35 in the morning.
Exactly.
Oh, that's early.
It's-
That's early. We're good.
Yeah, I'm what they call fragile at the minute. I'm a little bit fragile, but whenever the captain sends the message, you can't say
Sends
no.
the flag.
Exactly. He raised the flag, and I am here. How's it going, guys? Nice to meet you, John. How's it going?
Yeah, I'll shake your hand. Nice to meet you there. Yeah.
That's a good. Andy is a good dude, and John is a good dude. I'm glad you guys could finally meet each other, and you're all bald, so it all works out.
Telling you, do you know what? This isn't bald. This is called stress.
I just keep pulling mine down.
I just keep pulling mine up, Captain, but it's not working.
So yeah, we were talking about The Good Asian. And,
oh yeah. That was it. What, just Wednesday there?
Yeah. I haven't read it yet.
Look at me with the comments.
Firehawk hasn't read it yet. It's on the list.
Oh, you haven't read it? Oh my god!
I haven't read it.
Oh,
I'll go. I'll leave.
like-
I'll see you later, guys. Thanks.
No, I mean, none of us have read it yet, but it is intriguing to where it's a definite read.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of books that were my pick of the week for this week. So I think you've mentioned Eve was fantastic. It was a little bit slower than I expected. I kind of built it up to be the next sort of canto, but it definitely wasn't that for. Yeah, it was no canto for the first issue, but my standout pick of the week was a book called Eden, which was just unbelievable. It was only a one shot. It was by Cullen Bunn, the writer, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. I think that's a book. It was actually magazine sized, so it sort of threw a lot of people off whenever they picked it up. But that for me was the pickup of the week, and then I think it went on under a lot of people's radars. So if you haven't read it, if you haven't checked it, I definitely suggest you go pick that up.
Sure.
So yeah, I missed out on that. It looked really good. That was one of your suggestions. Like,
okay.
I was like, oh, he said it was going to be a good read. So
Can you still get it, John?
Yeah, I can still get it if you guys want it.
there you go.
Yeah, put me down for one.
3 right here.
All right.
I'll check it out.
You know what? Professor's here. I'll buy it for Professor. How does that sound?
Well,
Get him one,
I'll yeah. Let me get some in.
Box.
If we got a good review on it, and we'll get it in.
Flash by night.
Flash is in here.
Flash.
I'm just kind of excited. We went kind of international right here. I mean, we got Scotland by way of Ireland.
It's never good when your 4-year-old wakes up at 2:38 in the morning because you're speaking too loudly. But
Daddy, be quiet.
Exactly.
Use your American accents. You won't understand.
It's like, Daddy, I haven't read Eden. I don't care.
I just went through the surgery that would not let me have a 4-year-old, so we're working out.
Nice. Oh, there's a story. Highlight that guy.
Yeah. So
I've had that twice. So.
Ooh.
I had it undone, had it done again.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I had it just Thursday. I'm not doing it again. Like, I'm done.
John got like the variant edition.
Yeah.
The B cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the B. I'd say that's more like a C cover.
So when I was married to my ex-wife, I had it done because I had 3, and as soon as she got pregnant with the 3rd one, I went in and said, "Look, I want to have this done." The doctor's like, "Well, are you sure? I mean, what if this one doesn't?" I said, "I didn't want this one anyway. So, yeah, let's go ahead and schedule it and get it done." Well, everything ended up fine, and I ended up having the 3rd one. But I got it done. Turned out, years down the road, she decided she liked women. And so we ended up getting divorced.
So do I. But,
I got remarried.
But damn, son. Damn, son.
I got remarried, and Jill had never had kids, so I went through the getting it undone. Which getting it undone, you have to pay out of pocket. There is no insurance that covers it getting it undone.
Yeah.
and it was a local anesthetic.
Yep. That's how I had it. Like to get it done was
No.
$1,000 just
That was to get it done. To get it undone was a local anesthetic. So I
That's
sat
all I
there for
had.
4 hours and watched them open it up and work on everything. Because they got like, oh yeah, they're not
like
blue, they're
sack
purple.
out. Like
I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm instantly regretting coming on the stream because this
Damn
is the last thing that I want to
Americans,
hear
they're
at 20 to 3 in the morning. I
is
thought we were
my
going to talk
fault,
comics
dude.
here, guys.
Oh, we are. We're talking comics
yeah.
now. Yeah, I'm sure there's a comic that has something to do with this.
Yeah.
I think that was Berserk or something, wasn't it?
Ooh. Is everybody else's eyes watering, or is it just me that's crying?
Let me find something. Hold on. Let me find some comics on the table here. Have we read anybody in the chat Orphan and Five Beasts?
Have not.
No. Just you.
Nobody. Really?
Were you the guy that bought the comic?
Yeah, I'm the guy.
He did buy it. He bought it off of me. But
This honestly is, if you like kung fu, like movies and stuff like that, kind of funny. It's got a humorous take to it, and James Stoke, I guess Stocco, he does everything. So he is writer, colorer, artist, everything, and it's got a great kind of flow to it. The first issue kind of melds you into where you're going, but the second issue gets you going. Like, really, you got to go. Second issue kind of gives you, okay, this is a funny kind of B comedy kung fu. You know those old kung fu.
you got to go
70
into
movies.
it knowing that it's okay to laugh.
Right. It's not a serious comic. It is funny. It is funny.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. But a good read. Good read. I've enjoyed it. Like I'm on issue 2. I think John will get me issue 3 because John Marvelous there is my LCS now, or he's my semi
Dealer.
LCS.
Is your dealer?
Yeah, my dealer. He's my dealer. But yeah, so it's fun. It's a fun read. It's not a serious read. It's not going to take a lot of your time. Great little quick, funny. You just got to find the quips. Like the guy's name is Thunder Thighs. You got to go with it.
Which coincidentally is my nickname.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I thought it was.
That reminds me of
Lion.
Hulk Hogan in Rocky. Was he Thunder Lips?
It's the best part. You just got to have fun with it. It's one of those kind of stories where it's kung fu, but that B era 70s kung fu. So it's really great, really great.
Like kung fu theater kind of stuff.
I suggested that anybody likes kind of kung fu stuff, like kung fu style comics or movies. It's better than the James Bond.
So it's like the Turtles without the Turtles, then, right?
Can't say. Ooh, don't dig on the Turtles.
I mean, there is that one guy that likes turtles.
Yeah.
Well, no, we have a guy over on that side too. Not Andy, but
Like all the way
Andy
over
knows.
in England. Or
Oh
something?
yeah. We have James who does Comic Deal, who is a good friend of mine, and he is a massive Turtles fan and a massive Usagi Yojimbo fan. So much so that it's the only 2 books and characters that he really buys ever. So whenever you're doing like a comic YouTube channel with him, it's quite a challenge to talk about anything else other than rabbits and turtles.
Or
not that I'm dissing Teenage
crossover.
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Give him crossover. You got to give him crossover.
I know,
So-
but you know, I don't think for the last 6 issues of crossover, I don't think he said one good positive thing about it. So the only positive thing he said about crossover is when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles almost appeared in issue number 5 and 6.
when they almost appeared.
They almost appeared. It was just like a silhouette. It was like, it was like it gave him something and it took it away really quickly. But yeah, no, we love James. We love him.
Heartbreaker.
Yes.
He's one.
Andy,
He's one of the original people that got me to kind of really watch these videos.
Have you heard anything about Sweet Paprika? I mean, have you read anything on that, or it's Mirka Andolfo's new title?
No. Oh no. Okay. No, I've not heard of it. No.
No, it's going to be July, I think, is when it comes out. But
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, her stuff you got to have a particular kind of flavor for.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're building it up to where it's going to be something big. That Mirko Andolfo, the Paprika, I feel like it's going to be something pretty large. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Where do we go?
yeah, I don't know.
Do we buy into it or do we just let it pass? Andy is like my man Andy over here. He is like the whisperer of getting interviews and talking to like download channels and stuff like that. So he might know somebody.
I'm really intimidated by how much you're bigging me up here, Firehawk.
I know you're gonna have to have him on your show just to talk about it.
I have sold you.
I'm a big bag of nothing. But they're like, if you're looking for like recommendations that I would say go pick up, especially John, if you're a retailer of comics. So there's two that I think are going to be absolute belters. Number one is Basilisk.
Oh yeah, I've already got it down.
So I would pick up every single cover of that, specifically for issue number 1, especially the one in 25. The second one is Out of Body by Aftershock Comics.
Now, Out of Body, I think I've already got that one down too.
Nerdy Couch.
I definitely suggest you get that. There's a little like so on my Instagram I call it a wild card pick of the week. Mm-hmm. So it's one that might sort of blow up, but it's one that might not blow up. And the one that I think might have something is a book called Moths,
right?
Issue number 1.
Oh, yep.
So this is like so under the radar type situation.
That was that was a big one right there. We were all kind of you think that's gonna be a good one?
I think so. Like, I think the covers aren't the greatest. It's kind of yeah, okay. And a lot of these books that aren't the big two, it's all to do with the covers and who the writer is. I guess I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. So Black Mask Studios are releasing a book called Everfrost.
Right.
Yep.
That one too.
I'm on that.
And that's probably another book that you at least want to pick up the first issue of. So
let's see. Firehawk is down for Everfrost. He's down for Out of Body.
He's down to whatever you say, Andy. So
he's already down for Basilisk.
I guess I should probably be on about 15% commission at this point.
Yeah, like can I send him? He's got a stackery. We gotta send him some comics to his stackery.
Yeah, send me some send me some comics in my stackery. That's it. Yeah,
exactly. Moths is the only one that he hasn't gone down for yet.
I would go for issue 1, Firehawk.
Yeah.
I can't promise it's going to be great after that. It's a little bit like Eve at the minute. Like I bigged up Eve so much. It does look
really cool, and I thought it had a cool story where they have this massive superpower, and then once they use it, they've got 6 months to live. So they can change the world in 6 months, but they know they're going to die at that point.
Yeah. What was the other one? Bunny Mask. Bunny Mask is coming out sweet soon.
That one, Bunny
Mask looks really cool. I don't know. Fire. I stuck. I don't know if I put. I don't know if I put Fire Buddy Mask up in my Instagram yet. But there was.
Yeah, that's
I think
sound.
I might have.
Body
I might have. I
Mask.
can't remember. But yeah, that's definitely one I'm going to check out for the. See, like I'm just really disappointed with a lot of the Marvel and DC stuff at the minute. So it's pretty much been in days since I started my Instagram and my YouTube up in October last year. Basically, James, comic dealer, is to blame for that. To be honest, and it's just been indies, and then I had the pleasure of meeting Captain Comics on Just the Rican's channel for the Lamer Frame, which was
international battle.
It was good fun. And we won. Yay.
That wasn't very hard. It wasn't very hard. I watched that one. It was not very hard.
But yeah,
Well, the pound is worth more.
Right.
Well, yeah, exactly. But those were the bit of books that I would. Just as I was popping on, you were talking about Jock covers. So I'm probably the biggest Jock fan this side of Scotland. Northern Ireland, whatever. I love everything that Jock does since he's Judge Dredd 2000 AD, since way back in the day. So that cover you were talking about for Venom has a 1 in 500 Virgin variant cover as well. So I'm never going to get that book, much to my disappointment. But I'm one of those guys. I have every single Jock cover and interior book that
I tell you what, man, I'll work with you. All you got to do is buy 500 Venom 35s and it's yours.
It's crazy. Like 1 in 500. Like I can't remember Jock doing a higher ratio ever. Like 1 in 25, 1 in 50, 1 in 100 maybe, but never a 1 in 500. And it's just one of those ones you're never going to pick up.
It's the same cover. I hate when they do the you've got the trade dress, and all they do is just make it a Virgin cover.
Yeah.
And then they change the cost of it to $500.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's the same cover. At least give me something different.
Yeah, what will happen as well is that there'll probably be like a run of prints that you'll do as well. So there'll be like 50 to 100 prints that you'll do, maybe at New York Comic Con if it goes ahead and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just the way things are going. But unfortunately, it's not going to be one that's going to be in my collection by the looks of things. So, well.
Right.
You
Well,
never know. Firehawk might bite it for you.
Yeah, it's my birthday coming up soon, Firehawk. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah.
He's been on a roll. Firehawk
Might.
might just win it.
Right.
He's liable to just pull it out of a win.
There is a 1 in 50. So another artist that I really like is Jenny Frison.
Right.
There's a 1 in 50 Jenny Frison for Berserker issue number 3.
Right.
Get it.
We just talked about that.
Oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we were talking about that one yesterday in our FOC.
Yeah.
And
Grenade.
It's going to be fire.
Yeah.
That's going to be absolute fire. So be on it.
It's a lot better than the typical Grandpa Albuquerque cover that they've been running.
Yeah.
I really want
and
that.
for Jenny
really
Frison's
want
so
that.
good that Jenny Frison's so good that she doesn't need to have a foil cover.
I think
True,
her foil
true.
cover, there is a foil, but I think that one
It's a
is like
1
a
in-
250 or a 500.
500, one. Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as it gets more than like 1 in 100, I'm out. I am out. Although Jenny Frison's doing the issue 4 for Noctera as well, so that'll
Right.
be cool. And I think that's just general, cover B, I think.
Hold on a second.
Oh, if I just cost you more money, Firehawk?
Yeah, all right.
Most likely.
It is the B cover.
And don't forget your Shadecraft third printing.
That's the
which
one
is
you took, Firehawk.
Uh-oh.
It's Firehawk B cover. You took the Jenny Frison.
Good man. He's learning.
I'm getting there.
And then
Andy
Alien Nova.
has taught me. We are similar We're similar.
No,
in
you're
hair.
not even
Handsome.
close, bro.
Handsome? Is that what you're saying, Firehawk? Handsome? All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh yeah.
Handsome. Yeah.
For sure. Gotta grow a little goatee.
Remember the Jock Shadecraft issue number 1 third printing, which is FOC this weekend, like tomorrow, now, today.
It's Monday night.
Make sure it happens. That's probably going to be a bigger book.
So do you guys have like
When you
your
grade-
own like grading system over there, or do you have to ship books over to America to get graded?
No, well, CGC has a UK office in London, so that's kind of that's been my biggest probably video on YouTube since I started. It has been my how to actually grade and send your books from the UK, because
Right.
that was the first thing that I went and searched when I was on YouTube, and I think there was like a 6 or 7 year old video showing you sort of half how to do it, but not fully how to do it. So what I decided to do is just go in and get a $25 associate membership and do it myself and learn by my own mistakes and record it whilst I was doing it. So yeah,
Oh, we got
Bearded Comic Bro.
Comic Bro.
How's it going?
This is.
But yeah,
this is
no, you
comic
can
royalty.
send them send them to the UK offices, and they will send it to Florida, send it back to the UK offices, and then you just organise to get a courier to pick it up in London to ship it to wherever you are in the UK.
So you don't have to pay the overseas shipping?
No, it's all included in the price that you pay for getting your book graded.
No, well, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad
I mean-
at all. It's taken quite a while though. It's like myself, James, who I've mentioned before, and Sean, we've sent off books together, and I think it was signed for in London on the 23rd of April, but it still hasn't been entered into the system, so it isn't shown up on my account. So I think they're at least a month behind in actually processing books at the minute.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I'm a CBCS dealer, so I deal pretty much with just them instead of CGC, but that's not really an option for.
There's basically one guy in the UK, Tim Plume, big shout out to Tim, who does CBCS, and that's the only guy that does it in the UK. Obviously, you can organise it to do it yourself, but there's no UK office in the UK
Right.
for those guys, so you have to ship it directly to America. But he's the go-to guy, so whenever you need books sent to them, you normally go through him. So I haven't done it myself. It's always been through CGC, but it's definitely something I'm considering just because of the amount of time that you have to wait to get your books back.
Right.
Now, is there a CBCS over there, or just the
No.
one?
No, just CGC UK office. Those the other guys aren't in the UK, unfortunately. So you have to, if you're going to do it yourself, you just basically have to either get someone who does it, like an LCS, or you have to ship it to, I think, is it Texas they're based in? Oh,
Texas,
what you got?
yeah, they're
Nice.
outside Dallas.
Yeah. So once shipping and all that's included, it's probably not worth the hassle, to be fair.
Well, it'd be the return shipping that would kick you in the arse.
Yeah, so it's like $150 for maybe 1 or 2 books.
Ooh.
Dang.
Yeah, for them to come to me in North Carolina, a full box is 30 in a box. And
Is that what 30 books or
30 slabs in a box.
yeah.
And for them to me, it ends up breaking down to $2 a book, so it's $60 a box.
Yeah, and that's actually why I set up a Stackery locker. So any books, because I realised that any graded books or any books from America was a lot cheaper to buy than it is in the UK. So I would buy them on like maybe the US eBay or in the stores in America, get them shipped to my Stackery locker, and then they'll consolidate it all, and then they'll send it in one shipment. So they'll take all the bubble wrap and all the wrapping to keep the weight down, stick it in one box, and then ship it to me here. So I'm based in Northern Ireland, so it takes about 11 days to ship over, and it probably cuts the price down by about a third. So,
Well, if you want to save 25% on all those,
Sell, sell, sell.
Watch out, he
Well,
might
I'll
give
tell
you
you-
a free sample. He's our dealer.
if I get a sniff of that 1 in 500 Jock cover for Venom, you may be my man to get that.
Yeah, man, that one's too rich for me, man.
It's crazy, absolutely
I mean,
crazy.
I know our local comic shop is Ultimate Comics, so they're the closest shop to me, and I go in there all the time, and they get all the higher end variants, but they'll sit on them for a little while, but I know on Venom they're going heavy, so they're probably going to end up.
I'll give it maybe 6 months, and then it'll appear cheaper, I guess, because nobody can absolutely touch it, and shops probably want to get rid of it. So I'll hold off.
I think that's the best thing to do.
Absolutely.
If you're not trying to grade it and flip it, it's not one to grab right off the shelf.
No, I don't do a lot of flipping of books. I'm one of those guys that's just a collector, and much to my downfall, I'm a bit of a completionist as well. So it's once
brother.
you start, you can't stop, sort of thing. So, but how many books, Firehawk, have I recommended to you and you've ended up buying?
Oof.
Since you started doing videos.
Yeah.
Did I show that stack already? I show that stack,
Oh,
right?
jeez. Sorry,
keep on
I
going
apologize.
on Your wild
So
card of the
I'm
week.
going to start watching your videos, Andy, so I know exactly which books to buy, so I can just bleed them dry.
Well, every Friday I do my FOC. So I pick the top books that I think are going to make a move, and then I normally on a Sunday I'll do my shout out Sunday, and then I'll do my pick of the week, my cover of the week, and my wild card book of the week. And it normally works out quite well.
Hey,
Jeff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey. What's up, guys?
Another part of
Yeah,
comic royalty.
Firehawk,
is
you're going to have to
here.
shave, bro.
I feel like I only cut my hair for you guys. Like I could grow this out, but I feel like
You're
if
gonna
I
have to
did, I would just shame you.
You have to swap me with Firehawk.
This
There we
man
go.
down here, the Cantonese comic kid, has got some crazy. What is it, Vampirella? Man,
He's a
He's the
Vampirella.
Vampirella King.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
anything
insane
Vampirella.
what he collects. He collects. He knows. He bam. He's like a
Even does interviews
savant.
with what's her name?
Yeah, Sarah Frazetta.
All right.
Yeah, I actually interviewed Sarah Frazetta like with Vigilante almost 2-3 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
really
I didn't
cool.
see
Yeah,
that.
and then it's on the Vigilante's channel, and she actually invited me to the grand opening of the museum next year in February for down here. It's actually Frazetta's
Wow.
house, so she invited, like,
Wow.
she personally invited me, like, sent me a message and personally invited.
Super cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
so I
cool.
can't wait to do
Yeah.
that. And there's probably gonna be a video interview with her again, probably, and that's gonna be a crap ton of editing.
Just go live. It's always best.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
Me too.
Mr. Impromptu.
Just
Mr.
let the
Impromptu
chips fall.
is right there.
Yeah,
The only video that I've done in a while that has been planned and edited was the video that I put out today, and that was with my 7-year-old daughter, and it was opening up a kids mystery box that someone had kindly sent us, and she's the star of the show. Like it was just all her. So it was all diva. She was pure diva. So
yeah. But
I could
worst
see
part
she's
is,
got
the
more
ones-
talent
yeah,
than you for sure.
it's not difficult, Firehawk. Let's be honest. You have seen my videos.
the worst
He
part is
worships
the
them.
ones-
Don't
the
you kid.
ones you edit the most, the ones you put most work in it, doesn't get the most views. The ones that the live streams you do get more views than your damn once you put all the editing into, man. It's like,
I'll tell you what, though,
Yeah,
the problem that I've got at the minute
true.
is none of my videos get any views, so it's kind of it's a consistently
Come
bad.
on.
Dude,
Come on,
I
try.
can't always Firehawk. I can't always count on you hitting F5 and refreshing all the time. That doesn't work all the time.
I try. I can only like so many times. Like the thumbs up won't let me
Like,
thumbs up. So
At the end of the day,
many times.
Firehawk, you only have 2 thumbs. Exactly.
Yeah, so, I got sent this yesterday from the Kickstarter that I
Here
did
you go.
yesterday.
This guy. Look at this thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hack
he always
and-
brings out
Oh,
something
cool.
Yeah,
good.
I
Look
just
at this.
subscribed to
Yeah.
you, so you got one more. So
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. So
I'm
the
sorry.
only way to get this the only way to get this cover was to actually pick the Kickstarter covers, and it's signed by Tim Seeley right there. So
Whoa.
Nice.
Whoa.
That's cool.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
little hack and
Look at that
slash.
thing. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Look at that.
yeah, it's a deluxe edition. Yeah. And then I got all kinds of books sitting near me. So like this one.
That's a Dawn, isn't it?
Yep. In Japanese. I looked it up, made sure.
Not Cantonese, but Japanese, right?
Yeah, it's
No,
Japanese.
it's Japanese for
It's
sure.
a little,
But what it
the words
says-
are a little different.
It's all the same thing.
Yeah, it's a little different.
I think it
Just
says
a little bit,
warrior
not
on
much.
there somewhere. Warrior for sure.
It's a dawn. For the top is dawn for sure. We know that.
So, Cantonese, I would imagine you have Vampirella issue number 5, the Jenny Frison cover.
Actually, I don't think so. I need to remember. Yeah, I'm not even sure. I don't think so.
The only reason I ask is that's the only one I have.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, and then I got one coming from all the way from England, and I'm waiting for it. And it's this one.
Oh, okay.
Can't
Yeah,
see it.
Cool.
That one's who?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the one from England that's coming.
Oh,
All the way
okay.
over. Yeah, dude, the shipping was cheaper out of England than Canada, man. Canada wanted to charge me $20. I'm like, I remembered. I'm like, wait a minute, maybe England one of the stores in England has it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah. That's one I like. Yeah, Frisen's ones I really like. Yeah. Yeah, and then I got a Perillo over here. Yeah, got them all over the place. I got a whole box. The box is right next to me, and then I got like all books all over.
That's what I said when we call him the Vampirella King. I mean, it's all Vampirella, everything Vampirella.
No, that's mad.
Yeah.
He's got the first edition, everything.
Yep. The first one. If it wasn't for Steve, I wouldn't have it. Like this one, the first appearance, I wouldn't have had it.
Hey,
And,
look at that awesome frame.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Cool.
I just don't want to get. I just don't want to get another welt on top of my head.
Fall on you?
That's the only reason I haven't put it up yet. But I have an idea. But what I'm gonna do, Marva, is I have an idea with this. Since the original art I got from Unruly Simeon, I have an idea to combine
Hi,
them
Nerdy
all.
Couch.
Yeah, combine them both.
Cool.
But yeah, see, so the original art that I got gifted.
Wow.
That's
Yeah, so
cool.
I'm gonna have both of these in a frame. The CGC copy of this, it came out of this issue, and then but the background of the frame is gonna be red and gold for her outfit, since her outfit's red, and so the background's gonna be red. Then the lining to the picture and to the CGC book are gonna be like gold because since it's for the back.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah. So and then I'm probably gonna end up Frankenstein in like one of the other covers because I'm gonna just pull the pages out of it and then put it in the frame.
Right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like do a collage on the back of it.
Yeah.
This is my only piece of original art that I have.
How long did that take you to draw?
You just drew it. You just drew it.
Yeah, that was from Layman Frame. Don't
This
let
is
him
from
get you.
Layman Frame, yeah. So I got this from Jock when he was over doing a show in Northern Ireland,
Ooh.
and I was delighted with it because I am a huge Jock fan. So that's it. Not as good as that Vampirella stuff, sure.
Yeah.
Still good.
It's a nice frame, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the wife's a Vampirella fan. I know of her, but that's about
she's
it.
a sexy cover. She's a sexy cover fan.
Yeah, that's just good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I
why
envy
none of
you
my
guys.
Vampirellas went tonight, is because Tori wasn't there.
All right.
And then plus, I probably had most of them, and then I'm like, I'll give somebody else a chance.
I had a whole lot of virgin covers of Vampirella on tonight.
Yeah.
So
What the
We've
deuce
never
wasn't there
seen,
either?
Yeah.
We've never seen the old CCK just bid on something. He's always like, "Hey, I'm here," and then
Yeah.
blur.
I like supporting Marvelous more than anything.
just jacks the numbers up.
Yeah. Get you more, more eyes on you. That's it. That's what it is.
The best support would be buy something, bro.
Well, I buy.
Or if you want 25% off your pre-orders, let me know.
Actually, I'm looking for what was it? The Jimmy Palmiotti and what was it? Amanda Connor, but the Carla Cohen one. Because the only way you
It's
could
the
have got it was
FOC, the FOC stuff.
yeah. Well, no, but the only way you could have got it was if you ordered 10 copies of the book. But I'm not sure which ones. You know what I mean? You have to order 10 copies of
Right, it'd
that
be a 1 in
Vampirella
10.
book. Yeah, it's a 1 in 10. And I'm
Right.
like, son of a. The one cover I really wanted, and it's a 1 in 10, and then yeah, it's almost all of Carla's covers for that Red Sonja is all it looks like it's all 1 in 10s.
I'd rather go for
Son
a
of
1
a-
in 10 than a 1 in 500. You know,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, it's really pretty easy to get the Vampirellas.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'd agree, man.
Yep. It's the Red Sonja stuff's gonna shoot up now because of the Red Sonja news of the girl from Ant-Man and the Wasp playing Red Sonja.
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
I
all
can
that-
see that. I can see her playing it.
Yeah, and all those books are gonna start shooting up now. You thought the books were unreachable now. We'll just wait until that movie comes out and wait.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm just glad they'll start moving. That's
Yeah.
I love Red
Those are
Sonja. I've got I think
Yeah,
she's a
but
great character.
But what me and BB are thinking, they're gonna use what was it? They're gonna use the Dynamite run, but they're gonna use the Gail Simone run. We're thinking they'll probably end up using the Gail Simone and Red Sonja run for the movie. That's what they're gonna either do. But we would like to see the Marvel stuff get used, but that's not gonna happen.
I would rather see the original run.
Right. But
Man,
we have a feeling it's gonna be that Dynamite run that's her first Dynamite run that was Gail Simone.
because Red Sonja actually had a dark story. I mean,
Mhm,
if they do it right, I mean, it can't be a PG film.
Yeah, I hope not. No, I really hope not.
Red Sonja gets her powers basically after her family is murdered and she's
Right.
repeatedly raped.
Yeah.
And
Ooh,
is left for dead. That's how she gets
Yeah.
her power. She's brought back to life pretty much by
Horrible.
one of the female
Horrible.
gods, and is basically told you will never suffer at the hand of man again.
Yeah. But I just imagine if it came out now, it would be canceled right away. First thing.
Cancel
So,
is always first. Cancel.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Yeah.
Cancel.
Culture,
Yeah.
Just remember.
followed by culture.
Yeah, I thought that first thing when I read the Good Asian, when I read the Good Asian thing, I'm like, like, I had a funny feeling
You mean
about
this?
it. I'm like, well, yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
actually
so
good.
you're the only one in this panel that's read it so far. So don't ruin it.
I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
But-
So did you
But
like
do
it?
you? Yeah, I liked it. It was great.
Okay.
It was actually a good story and everything. So
Okay, because
9
that's
issues.
that I
It's
thought
not-
it was going to be good.
yeah, 9 issues. But what I thought
That's
was
all-
gonna
okay.
happen was, yeah, what I thought was gonna happen was, it's gonna come out. Somebody's gonna go, oh, I don't like this. I want this to get canceled because it's good. You know, it's the good. I wonder if it was called the bad Asian, it might have been cancel culture. But as it was called the good Asian.
The mediocre,
yeah.
The
If it was a mediocre
MSG
Asian,
Asian. MSG Asian.
Any-
We don't like that.
if it was anything like that. But the writer's name is a porn. It's like porno something. Like it's a Asian and porn. I can't say it right. Porno something
Piches-
another.
Pichestiote?
Yeah,
Pichestiote?
porno. Because
Pichesto?
when I looked at the Google when it was saying it, it goes porno. Like the first half was porno something, and I'm like, huh?
You're on the
That's
wrong. You're on the wrong site,
Yeah.
bro. You're on the wrong site.
No, because
You were
when
on
it
the
was
bad
saying-
Asian.
Yeah.
That's a bad
I'm always
Asian.
well. I
Bad
collect them
Asian.
from Vampirella, man. I'm not the good Asian. Yeah, but like what like everybody always wonders what got me into Vampirella, but I honestly think I was a young kid and what actually got like saw the movie. I never knew it was Vampirella, but you know what I mean. The 1996 movie with what was it? What the hell? With the chick that played Sonya Blade in the 95 movie. Can't remember her name.
Oh.
Can't remember the actress name.
Hmm.
I know who
I-
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so that's probably what got me into Vampirella in the first place. Was probably when I was a kid. I probably saw that corny movie on because in Florida when I was a kid they would have Saturday matinee type movies like scary movies, B movies and stuff. And I probably ended up seeing it and sat there and watched it and went, oh, I don't think this this character's pretty cool, and never knew it was a comic book until later. Yeah, but you should see the pile that I still got to read. Marvelous. Look, this is the pile I still got to read.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's
I feel it.
because like trying to think of videos or going live. I'd rather go live than read. Yeah, or watch Jupiter's Legacy than read. You know,
Yes.
so it's like
Yes.
yeah.
Anybody finish Invincible?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm only
Invincible,
like five or six.
and now they're looking at
episodes in.
they're actually talking about doing a live action.
Oh, well,
Invincible.
the live actions has always been there. It's just they were seeing how the first season would do, and then live action was there. It was always gonna be. It's just kind of trying to figure out who's gonna play Omni-Man and who's gonna play the kid.
So I think they're looking at a lot of them of keeping them where they are. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
a lot-
interesting to keep all the voice actors to play them. That'd be kind of neat.
so. Yeah, I enjoyed Invincible. It's dark, it's violent,
Yeah.
and the live
Yeah.
action would be
Yeah,
way violent. So
yeah, at least rated R. At least that.
Oh,
I hope.
R. I'd be R. I'd be
Yeah.
watching her.
it's definitely not going to be a kids movie.
I hope not. I hope they don't try to pass it off as a kids movie. That's my thing.
Well, you never know. Well, we'll get more revenue if we make it PG.
Or yeah, or when Invincible gets punched, let's not have blood cut. Let's have like
Right.
some green ooze coming out of his face.
Right.
We don't want to scare anybody.
Yeah.
So anybody read the comic book
Yeah.
of it?
Yeah,
I
Oh
haven't
no,
heard.
I've
comic
read
book's
the-
too expensive. I didn't read that. That's
I've read them in omnibus form. Yeah, so
I think
I'm
I
I've
got
got the
that.
what is it,
I'm
the
still on
Amazon
like
Prime version.
yeah. I think I'm
Right.
on volume 2 or volume 3, something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember which volume I stopped at, but yeah, like at like volume 2 or volume 3 of that. So
Wow.
I think I got the free comic book day one.
man, just look at
That's
looking
what
at
I got.
That's it.
like the nice thing about my bed, man. I got so many trades and I got so many omnibus there that I still got to read. It's like there because I only read either a trade or omnibus because I'm never reading floppies anymore. One time I read a floppy and fell asleep and it ended up ink all over my face and it was the damn cover. So I never read floppies no more.
I've done that
Man,
before with a pizza.
yeah. You've never done that with a comic book, but I have. I woke up with a damn ink stain like right on my face. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? And I look at the book, like the it was like the chick's the whole bottom of her butt was missing because all the ink was on my face.
I've
Sounds like a
rolled
good
over
night.
a couple times. Tori's had a
Well,
book that she fell
see,
asleep with.
what'll happen though,
Yeah.
Jeff, the drool will lift it off. So you need a
The
bit
drool.
of as your
Yeah. Yeah, because the whole thing,
Drool.
that's why I don't read floppies laying down anymore. Unless I'm sitting up, I'll read floppies. But trade wise, I'll read trades laying down, no problem. But a floppy one, I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna have that happen again.
Nobody likes a floppy when you're laying down.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, I've woke up to a couple comic books in bed before. I'm like, what are you doing, woman? Oh, I fell asleep with it in my hand while I was reading it.
it
that
happens.
what
it
man,
is?
It happens. At least she hasn't woken it up with like ink all over her face. Yeah, it's just,
That's true. I just worry about paper cuts, you know.
yeah.
well, Kevin, this is a lull, and I'm going to sign off for tonight. So
See you later.
I'm going to turn in.
Marvelous.
So,
It's always a
Perpetual,
pleasure.
it is nice meeting you. Signed
Nice to
up.
meet you
I look
too.
forward to reading some or watching some of your reviews.
Oh, you'll be the only
Please
one,
do.
John.
You got Firehawk.
Firehawk and I will review your review.
Yeah.
Just me
That's
and
2
John.
views.
Just me and John.
I'll watch them. I'm subscribed.
But you
to
gotta
all
watch
you guys.
out. Watch one of John's auctions. They're quite interesting. They're different kind of auctions. He puts up
Yeah.
videos for us to battle and
Yeah.
kind of different.
Yeah,
It'll cost
it's
me a
fun.
fortune.
It's fun. So, all right, we will
I'll check it out.
catch you guys later.
See you later.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Down to 4.
Down to 3 because it's 23 minutes past 3 in the morning here in the United of the Kingdoms.
All right.
Oh yeah.
The Prince.
I am what they call hanging at the minute.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Firehawk, always a pleasure, sir. Captain Comics.
Mhm.
Cantonese,
Always,
nice to meet you, my
Yeah.
friend.
Nice to meet you too.
Enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy your Sundays, and make sure you thumbs up all my videos and give it a subscription or whatever YouTubers say.
Thumb up,
Have a good
like.
night. Have a good
See,
night.
you
Yeah,
got
sub, like,
Firehawk with you.
or thumbs down or whatever. I don't care. Take it easy, guys. All the best.
See you later.
Bye.
Right, Andy.
I think this is the first time I've been on with Firehawk at all. So
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't make too much appearances. Actually, I think I've probably had him on here more than any other show he's been on.
yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
You were on
Captain's my number
Perpetuals.
one.
Yeah.
You were on with him before, right, Perpetual?
Yeah,
And Geeky
a
Guy?
little
Yeah.
impromptu kind of thing. Yeah, but I will.
Yeah.
I've always kind of held Kentney's in my grips, like how he loves what he does, like the Vampirellas
Yeah,
and stuff
because
like that.
yeah,
He, like,
because
boom.
first thing was because the first person that started me on this YouTube thing was my my LCS owner, or one of the coworkers, that one of the bosses. He he's an actor and stuff. He's really into comic books. He knows his stuff. So he goes, "Hey, if you're gonna jump on here, man, whoever your favorite character is, learn as much as you can about it. Teach everybody else about it. You know what I mean? Don't just throw information out there that's in the.
Of course I do, Gray Man, but he hasn't showed up for 2 shows, so that's why I've got last place the last 2 shows. See that? Even Gray Man knows you vote for me, Firehawk. And I still don't win. What's that say?
Yeah, I saw, what was it? I saw parts of the hunt last night with you and
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to be the person you had for a tag team partner. I know it was supposed to be somebody else, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to be that one guy, but it was
Yeah.
a little late for him and everything
Yeah.
else. So I just said, all right, I'll use Who Dat,
Yeah. Who that put it out?
Actually, I was unprepared. I didn't even know I was going to be on there. Honestly, I got a notification 5 minutes before. Hey, you coming on with your partner? I'm like, oh, all right. So I got hold of my partner. He's like, nah, I'm in bed, dude. I'm like, oh, crap. All right. I'll figure it out. And then I ended up winning. Every other time, I have everything all prepped. I have, cool covers. So this time, I just went with whatever books I got in that day. I was just like, man.
Yeah, but
all right.
the whole thing is, it doesn't even matter what you got, is as long as you know how to sell it, and then you
Sell
know
it.
how to. That's all that really counts. It's like the Slapdown, the one I did a while back, where I knew I wasn't gonna sell that cover against Conquistador's what was it, rat or beaver cover that was attacking a female. I got what was it? I got what was it? A zombie raping a cow. That's what I had.
How do you sell that one?
Yeah, but it wasn't even a
That's a
cover.
tough
It was
sell.
inside the book. It was inside the book. But it made everybody freaking laugh, and everybody voted me for that cover. It was a Zombie King from Frank Cho, and I know, and I know I know Tori's gonna end up wanting it eventually because it's Frank Cho.
Oh, Frank
And that's
Cho.
the hard part. What's that?
A Frank Cho cover all day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's Frank Cho. Yeah, it's early Frank Cho too. And Frank Cho signed it. It doesn't even have a COA. My shop owner goes, "Hey, I know this is Cho's actual because he's seen the Cho's signature before. He's had
Right.
people, but he had Cho sign it before. He goes, I know for sure this is Cho's signature, but here." He goes, "I can't. I won't be able to." First thing he said, "I won't be able to sell it since it doesn't have a COA with it." So he goes, "Here." Yeah, he just gave it to me. He goes, "Here, just take it, man," because he goes, "No, I won't be able to sell it. It's gonna sit in a dollar bin anyway. So here." Because it was one of his unknowns. It was one of Cho's unknowns. It was like
Right. Some of his
zombie.
earlier work they don't.
Yeah,
Not
But
many
still,
people know about.
yeah.
So
It was
crazy.
Liberty.
Yeah, Liberty is
Yeah.
Liberty stuff is getting up there now, but
Yeah.
freaking Liberty, like this Zombie King one that's nobody knows about, that he done the whole thing about zombies, and then it's freaking like zombie. It's pretty much a Night of the Living Dead, pretty much. And then there's one zombie that's king of all the zombies, pretty much. That's what it is. So
that sounds good. That sounds good.
yeah. And then there's a scene with a cow and a zombie. And then,
Yeah. I don't know about that one, but
yeah, but since I know it's an early Frank Cho, I know Tori's probably gonna tell you I want that book eventually.
Yeah.
well, I started collecting the Liberties for because I was just like going through dollar books, and I was like, man, that style looks familiar. Who is that?
Yeah,
And she's like, well, I got all the Harley Quinn shows, or I was just like, yeah, but this looks like it. And then she opened it up, and sure enough,
It's early, yeah. Or his early stuff and his new stuff. It's completely different from his
Right.
early and new. And then I got his art book. What was it? Drawing. I got the two of his art books. I kickstarted one, and then I found one at the shop, at the comic shop, and it was Ballpoint Beauties, and it's actually him drawing females. And dude, it's completely different from his Harleys. From like, if you look at his Liberty work and his Harley work and this work, dude,
All right.
he could go from comic book art to fine art in like just like this, like a turn. Like he likes painting stuff. I've actually seen him paint like a big mural and stuff and all kinds of stuff, man. It's like, dude, his style, he flip flop style, man. So you never know. He could come out with a book and you'll be like, I think that's Cho, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's like big pen. He's like just big pen.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Pretty crazy.
like he has a book coming. Tori's gonna want this book. AWA is gonna be releasing a book. You might want to get Marvelous on it, but AWA is gonna be releasing one with Frank Cho and I forget the damn colorist's name, but yeah, it's Frank Cho and I can't remember that colorist's name, but he always uses that colorist's name because when he did Liberty is when he started we're working with her, and they're gonna be working on a book together. So that's gonna be the first time they've ever worked together. Like I think he's writing this story too, so that's gonna be a really interesting book. Yeah, and he's using one of his old covers, one of his old Liberty covers. It's her running. It's her like in a sprint. You can tell it's the Liberty one in the it's in a sprint. That's the only reason he's using that cover is because he knows people know it and people are gonna pick it up because they know it's Cho.
Yeah, we got one where she's on like a swing set, and then another one where she's like bending over, petting a puppy or whatever.
Yep. And I actually have that art book sitting here. I got that. I got like a bunch of the art books sitting here, just sitting on top of a bunch of books.
Little press.
No,
Right.
because of the main reason I wanted to do like from what a $200 art book looks like and what a $60 art, you know what the difference is. That's what I wanted to do a video on. It's just I haven't had the time because work has been overtime almost since this COVID thing. It's been overtime since I work with the medical field. So it's like, crap, man, I want to shoot this, I want to shoot that, and I'm like, dude, I don't got time where either I'm dead tired. I'm like, either read or watch it, relax and watch you know, watch videos or watch TV.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
Time.
dude, I want to shoot it. Yeah.
It's just I want to shoot that
stuff. Yeah, I want to shoot it, and I'm like, dude, it'd be neat to show you guys what a $200 art book looks like from you know, a $20 art book to a $10 art book. You know, so it's like to show you guys what the difference is, because that'd be a cool little thing to show. Hey, this is what a $200 art book looks like, and this is how it's made.
I want to know. I don't know what I'm paying for. If you can show me,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah. So yeah, this was, like I said, this was been an idea for a while since I have like a old homage of all kinds of art books. Like my most expensive one is sitting right here. It's the fantasy art book. It's Masters of Fantasy Art. Yeah, it's Masters of Fantasy Art, and the only reason I even got it was because Sarah mentioned it in the interview, saying, "Oh yeah, a bunch of my grandfather's stuff is gonna be coming out in this book that we partnered up with this person." And the main reason I picked it up was Sarah mentioned it. I'm going, "Oh yeah, if I get this COVID bonus, I'll pick it up." And come like a week later, I get this bonus from work. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I think I deserve it since I've been working my butt off.
There you go.
So does it show a lot of his art in there, or just like a page?
Yeah, it shows a lot. It shows every fantasy artist's art in there. It shows a lot of fantasy art. Dude, that book is huge. That book is freaking. Dude, it was 13 pounds when it came from I think from England or something. Yeah, that son of a gun was 13 pounds. Dude, I need a freaking whole space just to show it all. This is how big that damn book is.
It's pretty good space right now. Like to
Yeah,
see it.
you
You
see,
know?
yeah, you can see
Let's see the
it.
cover. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hold
If we
on,
can
let me
even
go.
pick it up, damn.
Yeah, you remember that book? You've seen it once.
It
I'm
fell
pretty
over.
sure. Yeah, wasn't it on
You,
G-Man show? You showed it.
yeah. I showed it
Yeah,
when I got it.
yeah.
Yeah, that thing is huge. Let me move all this crap that's on it first.
He was using it as a coffee table, so
It had legs on it. You like fold them out.
right, fold it out. You know,
Fair
had
enough,
drawers
fair
you could pull out.
enough. Oh yeah.
I'll figure
Wow.
it out. I'll figure this out.
How do you show it? I mean, it's like a biggest. I guess a big book.
Oh, it is. It's
Yeah,
a
this is what.
two-hander.
Yeah, this is what a $200 art book
Oh
looks
my
like.
god!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is just a box. This isn't even the book yet. Yeah, Cap. This is only the box. I haven't even opened it to show you the book yet.
So that's a whole coffee table.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a big coffee table book. That's what it's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Coffee table.
Yeah.
Don't put it on a glass one.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna destroy a freaking
There's the
glass.
book.
Yeah, there's the
Holy
book.
crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Yep. It's a
That's
It's a limited edition book too. So it's limited to. Yeah, it's two. My book is 2,431, and there's only. Yeah.
Go
It's a
kill a
limited-
spider with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I could kill the spider and take out the floor on top of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hold on. Now, let me see if I can show you guys some of the art in here, without destroying the table and myself.
I mean, like, yeah, it's like a 11 by 14 pages.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So they're
Yeah.
almost prints then, since they're that big.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like the Frazetta
like
one. I
Art
just
print.
opened it up. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much.
Hang on,
Wow.
I'm gonna
That's
make
what
it
the
big here.
inside looks like. Yeah. That's what the inside looks like. Yeah.
That's like,
They shrink the
that's
print down to fit in the book.
Yeah. Egyptian
But-
queen. But the
but
pages
that
are
comic
huge.
book is expensive, right? That one right there that has that
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah. It's like
Really
a couple $100. Yeah. And then it has like this, so stuff like that. Yeah. I need one of yeah. So
Oh,
and
wow.
thing is huge.
It's a hell of a book. Hell of a book.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it, and dude, it's not just for Frazetta. It's like all the fantasy artists are in here, like Ken Kelly, like almost every fantasy artist you can think of that's known for some type of fantasy art is in this book. And then there's supposed to be another one coming out, like number 2, that has other artists in it. They couldn't
But
fit.
that was the
everybody in
main
it.
one you wanted, though.
Yeah, that's because they had Frazetta in it. And I might actually take this with me, go to the Frazetta Museum and just have Sarah sign it because, it's a Frazetta,
I would.
Right.
I would.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that would be the thing. Would you take the page out and get it graded, or just leave it in
Nah,
the book that it was
I'll just
on?
leave it in the book. Leave it in the
Yeah,
book, have her
just-
sign it. Yeah, have her
You-
sign it in the book and leave it. And I
Right.
personally know who it is.
Right.
You've seen it. You got it. It's your
Yeah.
copy. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
It's a
Very
pretty huge
cool.
book. She's gonna
Yeah.
be like, you brought this book all the way here. I have to sign it now.
Yeah. So now here, let me fill this whole page out for you.
Yeah.
You'd be all sweating. I brought you this book.
Imagine.
Make
Let's
a remark out of it.
Yeah.
Get
You
one of
never
them
know,
baby
she might.
carriages that sit up front. He'd be carrying it in there like a little baby thing.
She'd be like, "Why do you care? Masters of Fantasy Art, the whole book. It's not a baby."
Ooh.
Yeah,
Eerie, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
an
you're
Egyptian
right,
queen, and his
Prove it.
granddaughter actually, his granddaughter did the homage to it. She did an homage cover to it to and it actually the only way you could have got it was kickstarting. I forgot the writer's book, but I saw it. I'm like, ooh, now I just have to get a Gypsy Queen and have them both side by side and say, hey, this is what Frank did, and this is what his granddaughter did.
How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, it's so cool, dude. Yeah, and she's really nice. She's a really cool person. Like I wouldn't mind it. Like that made when I got this thing, when I was gonna open it, I had a whole plan or like a live stream with her, like talking to her about it, and was gonna open it. She had a bunch of stuff come up and she wasn't able to, and I go, and she still wanted me to open it on the live stream. I said, okay. I still did it anyways. So it was
Hell
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
wanted
have her on there.
yeah.
Have her on there and
Yeah.
like, show her to, hey,
Yeah.
look what I got. Sign it.
Yeah.
Have a good time.
Yeah. I can't wait to actually. I might actually film everything since since she invited me, I'm probably gonna film it and everything. Have her film her signing it and all kinds of
Oh
stuff.
hell yeah, hell yeah, so cool.
Yeah.
But that's the great thing about this comic book community. You might like Kirby, you might like Frazetta, you might like, just Stan Lee stuff where he was writing his love novels and romance comic books, Me, I seem to be getting more and more books because I got to go on shows and show off covers.
It's all about the covers.
Or it's Tori. Tori goes, oh, I need this, I need that for the show.
Sometimes I envy you guys. I know you guys envy me because my old lady collects, but sometimes you get a stack in and you're like, oh, is that for me? No, that's for me. Oh, is that for me? No, that one came in for me. Oh, is that what? No, that came for me. I'm like,
I've been there.
Did I get anything today? Yeah, you got the electrical bill. I'm like, thanks, sir. I'm like, all right.
It's weird how that works.
But it's great sometimes, though, too. You watch her collection grow. Over the past 3 years, I watched her grow so much with just Harley Quinn. She started off with just only doing Harley Quinns. That's all she wanted to do. And now she's like Zombie Traps, Vampirella over here, everywhere with whatever she wants to do now. Before it was kind of like she was just set on one thing.
I got one zombie trim, and that damn zombie trim is so damn expensive now. I bought it because it was a Perillo cover, and I'm like, oh yeah, but it's not gonna do nothing. That thing is at like almost $100 for a book. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. The Stan Lee one where they did a homage to Stan Lee, that one I think is like almost $200 now, but it was limited to 500. So
yeah, same thing with that Perillo one, and then Perillo comes out with a damn C2E2 exclusive because there was a mirror in his original one, but the mirror had a crack across where her nipples were supposed to show. It had a crack, right? But when the one at C2E2 doesn't have the crack. So you can actually see everything. So I'm like, why didn't you release that one first and then
How do I get that?
Yeah. Only way to get it is you look on eBay and you won't be paying what we paid for, like $30 originally. That's what it was. And now it's up to like $200-$300. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But that's the market with it. Either you're gonna flip it or you're gonna keep it for yourself.
But honestly, I'm keeping it for myself. I like that cover way too much.
I'm not a seller. I'm a collector, so I've got stuff I don't know what.
Like I got a Vampirella 11. Yeah, from volume 5. That's a Perillo cover that I thought nothing of it because I got it at MegaCon because I met him at the MegaCon. Got it signed, didn't think nothing of it, and now looking that damn book up, it's like 110, 140, 150. But come to find out, it's a final issue of a run, and it's a Perillo cover, so that it's a double hitter.
Yeah.
But you never know with this market. That's
Yeah.
the craziest thing. Like, you know,
Yeah.
5 years ago, you could have picked up a Hulk 181 for
Yeah.
cheap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
Like nothing for the prices that they're going for now. And
Well,
then
like
some
I
of these
said,
modern comic books that just jack up right off the bat, you're just kind of like, okay,
like I've been telling Steve and everybody else, it's all the guys in cryptocurrency that can't use their crypto. You know what I mean? So because the crypto is a big purse, but they can't use it. So what are they gonna try to liquidate their purse so they can actually use it? So they're gonna try to jack up something. Hey, comics, cards. Hey, let's do that. And
Good
boom,
idea.
$10,000. Why? For a piece of shit book.
Why didn't I think about that? Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it, crypto.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've thought about it. I'm like, why are all these books going up? And if you think about crypto and our comic thing, if you look them side by side, it's pretty much yep. When crypto goes up, our stuff goes up. So if crypto
Everything's
goes
going
down,
up. Housing
Yeah.
market.
yeah,
Everything is
yeah,
trending up.
Yeah.
Trending up.
yeah. So imagine if crypto goes, whoop.
Yeah.
Imagine and just watch the books go. Just watch the comic market and the crypto market at the same time. They both go down.
That will happen for sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
crypto.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's currency you can't use. It's in a
Right.
purse that you can't use
Right. I don't
unless you.
understand it.
Yeah, I don't either. But how the friend explained it, well, that's how I explained it to Steve and everybody else. Is they can't use it. So they can use it online. Like they can buy things if the place
Yeah.
that accepts crypto, they can buy stuff online. So though, but it's almost like stock market. That stuff is like stock market too. There's two ways to do it. There's stock market way, and there's the some of what these guys are doing where, hey, I can't use this currency, but if I liquidate the currency, maybe I can actually like, get some use out of it. So,
Right.
since people want this Hawk 181 is only at $800, let me jack it up to $10,000 so nobody can get it.
Why not?
Well, the movies don't help either. You know, that hypes up
Yeah.
the comic book. Whatever
that hypes
movie's
up, yeah.
coming out, it always hypes it up.
Like this one, like this damn Vampy. Like Steve
Ooh.
got it. Well, Steve got it on the low end. Now this thing, since the movie got announced, all I see is even a 4.5 is going. Everything's going up on this. Just one.
So how much does that one usually go for? A 4 or 5?
A 4.5 was normally was I think like 6 or so. Now like 1,000 or more. So it's like, holy shit, man! It's like,
Yeah.
so depending. It just depends if somebody wants to get it for 1,000. Somebody wants to get it for 6, 7, 8. I've seen it go for like 6, 7, 8. At the low end, I've seen something go for a couple $100. But that was because the person wanted to sell it and get rid of it right away and didn't know what he had. Yeah, see.
Gray Man, $300
Yeah.
for 4.5. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Unslabbed.
Damn it.
But
Sounds
I'm
bad.
unslabbed. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Imagine what a slab one would be. So just triple the price. $300
right.
more dollars. It's $600.
Now that's the
That
first
was a-
appearance of Vampirella, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's first appearance of Vampy and stuff like that. And then plus, I did the smart thing. I picked up her main villain. I picked up one of her main villains that I think is gonna show up. So I picked that up first before I picked anything else up. And it's a slab too, and it's a 9.2. Oops, this one. So if I was recommending people to pick up stuff, I would recommend, if you can't afford it, I would pick this one up because it's the first appearance of the Blood Red Queen.
Blood Red Queen, huh?
Yeah.
What year is that?
Oh, actually, yeah. Her full name is the Blood Red Queen of Hearts. That's what her full
What
name is, and
what
it's
year
one of
did
her
that
main.
come out?
It's one of her main villains. It came out in 1976.
Wow.
Yeah,
Huh.
Wow.
and it's a 9.2.
I know, I see that.
Yeah, and I honestly think it hasn't been pressed or cleaned yet. So imagine if I pressed or
Wow.
cleaned it, it could be a 9.8.
Now, most of her early stuff is magazine size.
Yeah,
Mhm.
most of her stuff is all from Warren Comics. It was created by Forrest J. Ackerman, Trina Robbins, and Frank Frazetta. Those are the main guys, and then um, Archie Goodwin, yeah, and all these other guys too. Archie
Look at
Goodwin
book.
and a
Look
couple
at
other
book.
guys. But the funniest one was how Trina Robbins hates explaining this story because she's never met Frank Frazetta. They've only talked over the phone at Warren Publishing when she was sitting at Warren Publishing because she was trying to get a job at Warren Publishing, and he called because originally Frazetta was only gonna put a red bikini on her, and that was it, a normal red bikini. That red bikini everybody knows her for was from Trina Robbins, was not from Frank Frazetta. Frazetta was just gonna put a normal looking bikini on her.
Oh, so
So
the One Piece kind of.
yeah, deal is from her, and everybody
Wow.
and everybody bitches and moans about that damn One Piece, and it's not. It was not created by a man. It was created by a woman, and so
I don't complain about it, but yeah.
Very,
but I don't
very
either.
interesting.
But
That's really cool.
yeah,
Really
but
cool.
a lot of feminists and a lot of right females that think they're over sexualized always use her as a freaking example, and that's the wrong one to use as an example because if you really look up her history, a female actually came up with the outfit. It wasn't even Frazetta. Frazetta wanted to give her more clothes.
Damn. That's
Yeah.
really cool. Really cool.
Yeah. Yep.
See?
Like I
There
said,
you go.
I did my research before, and like I go, if I'm gonna do this thing, I'll make sure to know as much as I can about whatever character I like.
Yeah,
Right.
learn it.
Yeah.
How cool is
And
that?
it was freaking
That's, that's awesome.
So anybody that likes any females that hate her outfit, dude, I like that outfit more than I like the freaking what was it, the one I was telling you about, volume 5 run, where they freaking changed it into a freaking almost Tomb Raider looking outfit. Like she was in like short shorts and like a normal top. And I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? If she was in present day, I understand why she's in it, but it's a little weird because she's Vampirella,
Yeah.
and
So
she doesn't
comfortable.
get cold.
Yeah, she's cool. Like, just
Yeah.
cover these up.
Yeah, it was hilarious because like they I gotta change my like in the story it goes, oh, I gotta change my outfit because I don't. It's a little weird. I'm in Hollywood because that story takes place in like Hollywood or something like that, movie times or whatever. She goes, I gotta change my outfit. I go, oh, okay.
Tell
But
what?
So let me ask you this, Jeff. Has her origin story ever changed? Like, have they changed
a
it
lot,
or
a
a
lot,
lot?
a lot.
Like, what's your
More,
favorite origin then?
My favorite origin is her original origin from Warren Publishing, uh, written by Archie Goodwin and what I told you guys the other guy's name, but yeah, by him because it was she's from space. A lot of people
Space,
don't know
right?
that she's from Dracula. She's from
Yeah,
Draculon and she's from space. But
that's the
there's
story.
another there's another
I don't know.
origin where there's another one that's Dynamite and there's Harris origin. Harris's origin is not from this, but she's from uh I think the Harris run and the Dynamite run are pretty close. They both say she's Lilith's daughter, and she's she's Adam and Eve's, something to do with Adam and Eve and the beginning of time and stuff like
Makes
that.
sense.
And
Makes sense.
yeah, and I'm like, but I've always liked the Harris version of her better because it's always been interesting to me. It's like, dude, it's a freaking space. She's from space. She's not originally from here, and plus she's stronger in the Warren. If you look at the power stat on Warren compared to Dynamite, she's stronger. She's stronger in the Warren run. Yeah, the Dynamite run, she still has weaknesses and stuff like that. And a lot of people ask me, where should I start reading her? I like the Warren stuff, but that's a little hard for you guys to start reading it. But I would. There's a lot of good writers. Depending on what writer you like, that writer's probably written her before. If you like Grant Morrison's written her. Mark Millar, freaking Mike Mayhew. A lot of them. Mayhew actually wrote and drew a whole run. And then
Yeah, I think
we had
Dory
yeah.
has some of them.
Yeah, and then we have there's a bunch of other writers that's written her before. We had Gail Simone's actually written her too. Like a lot of the well-known writers has written her. The only ones that haven't written her that I would like to see would be Scott Snyder. That would be one that I would like to see what his take on her would be. Christopher Caprice's actually run is not too bad, and if you want to get volume 1, that's a cool read too. But I would recommend if you like Grant Morrison, is a little out there. He's the one that created the Lilith background, and her mom is Lilith and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a little eh. And her sisters, she has sisters, and her sisters make appearance too in the Warren run. It's in the second issue. Her sisters and her mom, and it's actually Lilith. They actually used the Warren stuff, but they just didn't use the Warren origin because I'm assuming they couldn't use it because
I suppose.
because Warren probably still owned everything that had anything to do with her. So that's probably why they didn't want to touch it and created a whole new origin with her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just remember her from being from space and
Draculon. She can animal. She pretty much can transform into a bat, pretty much, and then she has wings and all kinds of powers. She can control how the Blood Red Queen can do it, where she can control you with blood. Same thing. Vampy has the same type of power where she can actually control you. Or I wouldn't mind having this one. She makes you see whatever she wants you to see. Like if she doesn't want you to see her, she can make you see like Captain in front of you instead of that would be kind of cool. You know what I mean? Just to walk by it. Like, you think it's a guy? Oh yeah. She suggests it's this person. Yeah, it's like she got some neat powers, man. It's like, and then she's not weak to garlic. She's not weak to all the stuff that we think vampires are weak to. She's not, because she's not from here. She's from Dracula. Common sense. If you're not from Earth, you're not gonna feel.
The only association is more the name with Dracula than the planet itself. But
if you went by the movie origin and some of Warren's origin, Dracula is from Dracula, but he's from 1,000 years ago. Like he was convicted of something and he got booted to Earth, or he stole a ship and actually came to Earth, and Vampy actually came to hunt him. There's like one origin where that's the movie origin where he came.
All right.
Yeah, the movie origin is pretty freaking hilarious, but I wish it was a better actress because the emotion in her face, like you laugh. Like I rewatched it because I haven't watched it since I was like 10, 15, and I rewatched it a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, why that? I mean, I understood why I liked it when I was younger, but I'm like, dude, this chick couldn't act for nothing, man. It's like she was supposed to have emotion in her face. There was no emotion in her face, like where she was supposed to cry for like a family member died, like her dad died or something. And she's, you're supposed to be crying.
Like a C movie, like a B or C movie, like horror movie.
Yeah.
See the eye drops come in.
Yeah. But what was it? The lead singer from The Who is actually in it. The lead singer from The Who is actually playing Dracula in it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, dude, he acts his ass off in it. So, but it's freaking hilarious. He's the one acting his ass off in it, and one of the original creators is actually in it. Forrest J. Ackerman's actually in it because she makes an appearance in the strip club. There's an older guy in the strip club, and it's actually him. You see the back of his head, and it's actually Forrest J. Ackerman. But that's a lot. Like a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, he actually wrote that script. The script for that '96 movie. Yeah, he's actually wrote that script. I've like I said, I did my research on everything I could do
Yes.
about her. So
Yeah, I
I can
told
I
you,
can
man.
see
He's
it,
Vampirella
dude.
King.
You've
yeah,
got it. Yeah. Like
yeah,
if I was like, this guy
yeah,
has got
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you need to know something about Vampy, or you need somebody to win a contest that hey, if something about a question comes up about Vampy. Radio, all you gotta do is Instagram message me, and I probably can tell you.
Just read a book. You like I read a little book, just a small
Yeah,
book.
But
little
it's the
book
same
or
thing with you, Firehawk, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know,
yeah,
you probably
I'm
liked
getting,
it when you were a kid. Now that you're
yeah, I'm getting
older,
there.
you're
I'm
like,
getting
oh
there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Very
yeah.
cool. Very cool.
Like when you get into something, man, it's like you want to learn everything and everything you can about it. So it's like that's how it works, man.
Oh, we
That's
got
how
spine.
I've always been. Yeah.
Our brothers at Spine Takes going live right now.
Mm.
What they got going on?
Yeah, they're Saturday nights too. They do their hangout for a while.
Whew.
Yeah. Everybody does, man. And then
Is
I
it
do my
really?
Sunday night one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
yeah,
old
you have
for
to
this
come on
shit.
there one of the time with
Yeah.
Jeff on Sundays
Yeah.
on his
Yeah.
shows.
It's fun.
I've
Yeah.
always kind of looked up to Jeff because he's so into into his Vampirella and stuff. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
God, I would
Uh-huh.
love to be that into something. Like I'm trying to find that something.
Oh, yeah.
You
I
are
didn't find it until like I didn't even know I was that into it, and then until my boys go, you're really into this character, right? I go, what character? And I thought about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I really am into it, right? Aren't I? Because I never
His
noticed.
room surrounded with Vampirella. What? Who are you talking about? I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
No, but like like I have like other females like how Tori has like Zombie Tramp, Harley, this one, that, you know what I mean? All kinds of different female type characters, but they go, you've always geared towards this one character. I go, you've always talked about her before you even started collecting again. I go, I did. I go, yeah, I didn't even remember. It's like, and they go, oh yeah, you've always talked about her. I go, I have. Like,
Well, that's a good thing, though. You're
yeah,
passionate about that
yeah,
character.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Nope. And then
Yeah,
it's
you
like
gotta have
all
passion, and that's very
yeah.
cool. And like Gray Man was signing off. I want to say good night to Gray Man. He hung out.
See you later, Greg.
Oof,
I
late for
know it's
him.
like 4 in the yeah,
Very late for him.
But the nice thing
Or
about
early.
Vampirella, when did she start off? Like the 60s in magazines?
yeah, 69. Her first
And it's
appearance was
still
in like
going today. So, I mean,
yeah,
you got from there to now,
yeah,
you got a wide variety. That's like
yeah,
saying Kirby's still writing today or drawing
yeah,
today.
right. It's like 50 years worth of stuff. It's like 50 years, 52 years worth of Vampy stuff. It's like you can if you like old school stuff, if you like old school 60 stuff, you got some old school 60 Vampy. You like some new school stuff, or like 90s bad girl stuff, so you got some 90s bad girl stuff, you like some early 2000 stuff, so you got some early 2000 stuff from Dynamite.
All that.
You like some
Just like all
yeah,
that.
so yeah. So she was almost in every comic, trend there was. She was pretty much in. She started out in the Bronze Age. She worked her way into the 90s. She worked her way into the 2000s, and now she's in the 2020s.
Still
And she
kicking it,
doesn't,
bro.
yeah, and she doesn't age since
Looking
she's a
good.
vampire.
Looking good.
Dude, imagine if somebody actually wrote a story where she actually aged. You're like, you'd be kind of
Right?
yeah, like the story progresses, like it progresses. Every volume progresses. Like this is what you look. Oh,
Heck yeah.
there's there's gonna be like Vampy 1992.
Yeah,
Like,
the one shot.
Yeah, the one shot, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I'm going, wonder what they're gonna be doing with that one. And I love that cover because
Big
that's
hair.
one of the.
It's a Dave Stevens cover, right?
There's a Dave Stevens. No, actually, it's not a Dave Stevens. It's an homage to Dave Stevens cover. It's
Whoa.
actually a Mike Crone. It's a Mike Crone
Right.
cover, and it's an homage. But because the main reason I knew about Mike Crone was Lady Death. That's the only reason I even knew anything about him was from a late. Like I've always liked some of the Lady Death covers, and I really like this cover. I wonder who the artist is. Looked him up. Australian guy out there by Simon. he lives out there by say. I go, oh, that's really cool, man. Like he does, like his art is in like all he does is chicks. Like that's all he does. Like females, pretty much. He does some males, but what he's known for is like high fantasy and females, pretty much.
Hey, gotta have a thing.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, everybody gotta have a thing. Did you see the J. Scott Campbell where he corrected the Mary Jane?
Oh
and
my
everything?
gosh, yes. Ugh.
And it's on eBay right now. The correction is on
Is
eBay.
it really?
Yeah, the sketch
Oh.
that he redid the arm or whatever they were talking
The
about.
whole
he redid it.
thing is like it's been
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah,
Just-
and I laughed so damn hard because he put it on eBay just as a joke, and right now it's at like $3,000. And
Yeah.
it's just a quick sketch of what he did. It's just
And
he
some
did a quick
idiot, just
sketch.
some idiot is like, oh, I touched it up and this and this and this and this and this. Nope, that's not right. And he's like, and now it's all like it's been a big Asian hate and
Yeah.
gays and all that stuff. It's like, what the hell happened?
Yeah. And then
It got,
like
it
he
got
goes,
way out of hand. Way out of hand.
yeah. He went fixing the arm and everything like that. I go, that's fun because people were making fun of his arm. I'm like, dude, everybody and their mom cosplays this cover. Every female that's cosplayed has at least cosplayed it once. And why are you guys bitching now?
I haven't. Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, I know that we haven't because we're hard. You know, we're Campbell fans, and not just Campbell fans, but we understand the art of art, what art is. You know what I mean?
But
A lot of
Right.
people
I mean-
outside of this doesn't understand it and says, "Oh, she's too sexy. She's too this or she's too that." Dude, have you seen some of? There's stuff worse than Campbell stuff. There's Faust. It's not bad,
Here's
but
my
it's you know,
Faust. Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm saying like the Campbell stuff, like anything
Yeah.
J. Scott Campbell is like so
Yeah.
expensive. Like he
Yeah.
has like knocked it out of the park. Like people are like
Yeah.
paying top dollar for his stuff. Like I'm telling
Yeah,
thousands
and
of dollars.
big reason is because Disney actually gave him a contract to do something. I forgot what he gave him a contract to do, but he did the smartest thing he ever could have done. He said they wanted to pay him. He goes, I'll take stock in Disney."
He
took a lot of stock. He took a lot of
yeah,
stock
I
in
would.
Disney.
Yeah, I would.
He goes, I'll take a lot of stock in Disney. He don't got to work anymore. He doesn't really have
Yeah, I
to if
would.
he doesn't want to. Yeah, he don't have
That's
to
why
work
he-
at all.
That's why he can
Yeah,
just
the
talk
amount-
shit.
Yeah, and then he can draw whenever he wants because, dude, he goes, whatever. I've already put my work in, man. So, but it's just hilarious to see how he fixed it, and he threw it on eBay just to spite the guy, just to
I
be
love
funny.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love all that. Like if I was a millionaire, I'd be like, boom, give me that shit.
Yeah,
Like
he drew
I
it,
love
and it shot up to like three. Like last time I looked at it, it was like at $3,000. I haven't looked at it.
Talk
Yeah.
that talk that shit and I just spit
Yeah.
it back in your face. Boom.
Yeah. And he fixed it too. Like the guy goes, "Oh yeah, this." If you watch the whole Twitter exchange, he goes, "Oh yeah, like the guy, a lot of people outline all kinds of shit on it that's wrong with it, and then so he goes back and he fixes it all up, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I fixed all of that stuff." And it's just a black and white sketch. It looks just like the damn original cover. I
Right.
go,
Right.
yeah. So it made me laugh so damn hard. I'm like, all these people are going like just gnawing at him just because he's a famous artist, because everybody knows his stuff, and all the girls want to cosplay his Mary Jane. That's why they get mad. Their
Yes,
girlfriends want
please.
to cosplay him. Yeah, the girlfriends want to cosplay
Like-
him, and then yeah, her
Like,
sitting
just-
and drinking a coffee,
yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, so it's like all the girls want to cosplay her, and then all the guys are like, ah man, da, 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 da," it's not us, it's not us. But I'm saying
It's
certain,
not real fans. Like
Yeah, yeah.
there's somebody's like, I don't know what I'm doing, but watch what I can pretend I know what I'm doing.
yeah.
So
It's like the females that hate Vampirello's outfit. They don't know nothing about it. You know what I mean? They don't know nothing about her, but they don't like the outfit because it's too sexist. I've heard like
Yeah.
a couple of arguments over there, and I laugh so hard. It's like, do you know anything about the history of this character at all?
It's kind of like Lady Death. It's almost the
Yeah.
same thing,
Yeah.
She just wears lingerie, and you're just like,
Yeah.
man, I don't
Right,
want to
yeah.
read that kind of smut,
Yeah, I have a bunch. I have a first appearance. I have a bunch of that stuff, man. It's like Lady Death is another one. It's the second
Yeah.
one of my other characters that I really like, that I always have been interested in. So that's another one that's created created by nothing against it, but created by a black artist. Back then, when in the '90s, when there was not that many black artists out there, Stephen Hughes, and it's not Adam Hughes. They're not related. Everybody always thinks they're related. It's so freaking funny because everybody goes, "Is Stephen Hughes related to Adam?" No, I go, "No," and it's and he actually passed away in 1999 or 2000 from actually lung cancer.
ooh.
Yeah, and so I think Brian owns the rights to Lady Death, but the Chaos Comics, I believe, I don't know the whole story behind it. I would love to get Brian on and interview him about it, but I believe is I'm surprised he doesn't own Evil Ernie. That's the one I'm surprised that he doesn't own. That Steven actually drew reference from Brian. If you look at Evil Ernie and Brian Pulido,
right.
a young picture of Brian Pulido and Evil Ernie, dude, a young picture of Brian and a young picture and early picture of Ernie, dude, it's so freaking similar. It's not even funny.
I got an Evil Ernie.
I had him around here somewhere.
Yeah, I
Give
do
me a
too.
sec. Yeah, I have him around here somewhere.
I have none of that. Like I've got some Red Sonja. I'm gonna give to
Yeah. I put it up there.
AOK to G-Man. That's all I got.
Yeah. He likes redheads. He likes
Yeah.
redheads. He likes vampires.
I
He
got
likes
nothing
redheads and
for you.
vampires. Yeah. I can get it. It's just on the other side of the room. I just have to jump over a bunch of
Oh,
stuff.
I've got. I don't know what I have, but I know I've
Yeah.
got some stuff I got to give out.
Yeah.
It's
I
to
got-
that point where last year there was no slabs in my house. I had no slabs. Now we're like,
Well, you need to get a CGC box, or at least you need to get a plastic CGC, but one of the plastic
well, it
CGC
seems like I'm
bins.
pulling out one for a show or this or that, or she's showing something out.
Yeah, but
just-
you
that
always
was marvelous.
yeah. That's the Adam Hughes, and
Yep.
Hughes homaged his own cover for the
Yeah, she's got
60th
all
year.
three. Like there's a black and white one,
Yeah,
a sketch variant, and then another one,
yeah.
and then I think this is the original one, right?
Yeah, that's the
There's a
original.
homage one.
And Hialeah gifted me that one as a 7.0, and we don't know why it got a 7.0. It got pressed and cleaned, and he doesn't understand why I got a 7.0.
It's crazy.
Must
But
have a rough
if
day
you-
that day.
Yeah, but if you look at that book looks perfect. It looks at least like a 9, something like a 9. But they say it's a 7. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, how is it that a freaking 7?
Let's get that one.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first appearance of Purgatory. And it's not even on the slab. Cap, look on the slab if it tells you it's the first appearance of Purgatory.
Cover art by Stephen Hughes. Story by Brian Pulido.
Pulido.
Yeah. Glow in the dark cover.
Right.
Flip book with preview of Killzone #1.
Nope, it doesn't tell you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the first appearance of Purgatory. They're yeah, because if you look at it, I don't think they kind of say that's Purgatory first appearance, because you know how it says 181 was originally his first appearance and stuff like that. So I
Right.
think there's so it's only like a shadow of her or something like that. So yeah, it doesn't tell you because I've
Yeah,
looked at
just a
all.
centerfold Lady Death
Yeah,
pin up with Evil Ernie.
yep. I've looked at that there book so many times, and I've seen it. I've seen the first appearance. I've seen like Purgatory in there, but it's since it's I'm guessing it's a shadow of her. They don't count it. You know what I mean? Like it's not a full.
Like a hand instead of
No, it's not a hand. It's actually a full figure of her. Like she's flying in the air, and you can see it's Purgatory. You can tell
Hmm.
it's that's who it's supposed to be. She's flying in the air and everything. You see the red color and everything. It's so freaking hilarious. It's like, dude, you know that's her, but you guys don't want to put it on a slab. CGC doesn't, so CBCS doesn't. So we know. So we so, but if you look it up to see where Purgatory's first appearance is, they tell you that book, that Glow in the Dark book, is her first appearance.
Wow.
Yep. So, like I said, I like my Lady Death too, man. So I know a lot of stuff of Purgatory and all those other characters too. So I know my
I remember the first
information.
time I brought one home, and it was like a pin-up
Yeah.
one. It was a Lady Death all pin-up,
Yeah.
and Tori was like, What did you just buy here?" And I was like, "It's Lady Death. I kind of remember this back in the old days. I think I might have one, and I did, and it had like a ripped up cover.
Yeah.
It was like everything that was supposed to be sexy about it was all rubbed, or it was just a comic
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, because
And
she was the '90s creation. Lady Death
yeah,
was a '90s creation, man, and it was an
so
early '90s creation.
so she went to the comic book store that next week, and he talked to her about Lady Death, and she bought like 10 or 15 fucking different covers that day, and I was just like, I
Well,
buy a
dude,
pinup one where
do
she's
not.
actually got clothes on,
I'm
and you
giving
buy
you
ones that are half
Cap. I'm
naked.
giving you fair warning now. Do not let her see Kickstarter with Byron Polito on it, because she'll want to kickstart every freaking Lady Death book that he could sell. Because there's a Lady Death statue that I'm gonna end up kickstarting in 4 weeks. That's coming, and it's really nice. It's in like she's actually in red. I've never seen her in
Uh-oh.
red, so it's freaking beautiful. And I'm like,
Uh-oh.
ooh, I gotta see that statue. I'll go. I'm gonna kickstart this damn statue.
I
I've
know her
already
kick
got
kind of right now is Nathan Zerdy. I know she's kind of got a kick
yeah.
for a lot of his artwork right
Yeah,
now.
Nathan Zerdy, and the funniest thing, Nathan Zerdy's following me now, and probably Tori because of me mentioning him in a comment. I mentioned him in a comment because I go, he's one of my top favorite vampy artists. Oh, he goes, oh, I appreciate it. Da, 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 da. I've met him a couple of times. I met him
Right
like
on.
3, 4 times at cons, and he's freaking cool,
So,
man.
do
He's
you
like,
have any of his Vampirella art, or is it on that?
yeah, I have a bunch of his Vampirella art actually. I have a couple books. Yeah, like the newest one I got is this one from Cookie, Nathan Zerdy.
Oh
Whoa.
wow!
Yeah, that's the newer one.
Wow.
There's
Tilt
another one
that.
with
Yeah, there you go. Take that glare out a little bit. Oh, there
yeah
you go.
Yeah.
yeah.
Got it.
There's a moon. Yeah,
Huh.
there's a moon. There's another one with a moon and with her in her outfit. Yeah, there's that one. There. Oh, and there's this one that was a Hell Witch one that I got. It was a lenticular.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that was that Kickstarter. Like I told you, do not let Tori see the Kickstarters for these things.
Good thing you don't watch my shows.
Yeah, do not let her see any of those Kickstarters because she goes, "Ooh, Cap, look, I can kickstart this for a couple $100, and I can get this cover."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's freaking hilarious because just watching him sell the Kickstarters is funny.
Holy smokes! Look at this. Jay Hags
Yeah,
here.
Jay Hag.
Yeah.
yeah, just watching some of those Kickstarters, man. It's like, dude, oh, you could get a mystery envelope of this, or you could get a mystery envelope of that. I've actually did the mystery envelope once, and it's freaking hilarious. Oh yeah, you could get this amazing art from this person, and then it's only like 1 in 100, or it's only 1 in 40, or something like that. It's pretty cool. Some of those Kickstarters are pretty neat, man. It's just, but Polito does them out of the park, man. Like Like if he reaches one goal, he goes, "Oh, you got a bunch of extra, like you got pins, you got stickers, you got bookmarks, you got like condoms." I'm like, what the hell? You got pins, you got this, you got that. Like, but he's the only one that I've seen on Kickstarter where he has extra stuff that goes with it, and then some other ones, some other Kickstarter people does that, but not a lot of them do that because not a lot of them can sell them like Brian does. Brian like freaking like the big salesman. Like, what's up, guys? Da, 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 da. I'm gonna have a Kickstarter starting in like a couple of weeks. I got these covers coming. Like he'll yank all these covers out. He goes, I got this artist coming. I got that artist coming. I got this person coming. Dude, there's a Mike Mayhew Lady Death, and that son of a bitch is expensive. It was expensive as hell. You had to freaking, what was it? Fund it for like $800. Just like Kickstarter for $800 just to get all three covers of the Mike Mayhew covers. And then there was an Art Gym one that was like that too, where you had to, if you were a baller type and actually funded it for $800, you would have got that. And that damn thing is worth $5,000 now. That cover is graded and slab, signed by Brian, and Art Gym is like 500 G's.
How crazy!
Yeah. Yeah,
that's our
like
market.
You said. Yeah, like you said, the new market, the old market.
That's right now. That's right now.
And a lot of her older stuff, like her first appearance and stuff like that, has been shooting up. I got her first appearance for like 100, and I traded a couple of $5 books of 205 or so, 210, something like that. You know what I mean? Because like I got $100 on this book. He goes, if you can get me a couple of $5 books, I'll give you this book for what you want. I go, okay. Steve, the Cookie, Hialeah, all of them, every single one of them, give me a $5 book each. I go here, and then here's the $100, and that's how I got Evil Ernie 1. And that son of a bitch is worth $900 now, raw.
And that's magazine style too.
That's the comic style. That's old school comic. Yeah, old school comic, like early '90s comic from like this publishing house doesn't even exist no more, and it was one of Brian's early publishing houses. Yeah, and it's and everybody goes, oh yeah, we got Evil Ernie #1, and I always tell them, does it say, oh, what was it, Eternity? If it doesn't say Eternity on top, it's not Lady Death's first appearance. If it doesn't say, and that book is thin. That book is thin. It's not like a normal comic. It's thinner than this. You see how thick this is? This one, it says it's square bound. It's not not a normal comic. It's probably a couple pages in it, and that's it. Because he was a small publisher back then. He only published a couple of pages, and it was probably like thin. It was like couple, maybe 3-4 pages in it. Yeah, and then I'm surprised that the second issue is her cover her first cover appearance, and it's Ernie's second appearance.
Yeah, I remember a couple of them back in the day, Evil Ernie's, and the monster magazines and stuff like that. But I never even thought about it. But now it's, with anything else, it's retro or, it's
because
rare.
It's 90s. It was from the 90s. Now it's 2020. So now what we thought was new back then, now it's old.
Right.
So, yeah, we go, oh, this new stuff ain't gonna be worth anything. Now something from 1992 or 1993, it's worth more than we thought it was. Like anything Power Rangers, any of the Power Ranger toys.
This stack I picked up for $50, and they're all DC universes.
Oh, that's cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Where'd you get those from?
A guy off Instagram.
I was about to say Marvelous Comics. Where else would it get from?
No, I got all Marvelous is. I went to his website and everything else and everywhere else. But these ones, Here, let me show you something on this. Whoops. Look, Jeff's good. See, I had one of these.
yeah.
And it has DC up there in the corner. That corner.
Yeah.
And down there in the bottom. So them are more rare to find.
Yep.
Just for the fact that it has two of them on there. Well, I bought that whole stack, and he threw in these ones with it. These
I see
0
it.
hours. So they're all the same thing. They got the same DC Universe up in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty stoked about that.
Wow. So cool.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I had one of these already.
Yeah.
Man, that took me almost 3 years to find this one. And then I
The
got a whole
rarity,
stack
though.
here.
The
Right.
rarity is awesome.
Yep.
But the guy really didn't care. He's like, I'm just getting rid of them. I don't want them. I don't even care if there's some hot ones. I mean, there's Batman. That one's a nice one. Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Anything with a Pepe Le Pew on it, man, it's gonna be
There you
it's
go.
worth a lot of money now.
There
Anything with Le Pew
Supergirl.
on it, it's worth a crap ton.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the Supergirl one that's like just raw goes for $275.
Yeah, now. But when we got
Right,
it, we
because-
didn't think nothing of it.
Right.
When
Just
we thought it
sleep.
wasn't even gonna hit at all. And now since there's no more Le Pew, that thing is like up the wazoo. It's like, holy crap, man! What the hell's wrong with everybody?
Huntress. So I thought was kind of cool.
Mhm.
But you see down here in this corner where it's a different color, almost like an orange or a yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still haven't figured that out. Yeah, why they did that? Because some of them are almost pink, some are like a green.
Maybe to
They
They
match the
changed the
color
colors
of
on
the
different
letters.
ones.
Maybe to get the match the color of the letters and stuff.
Most of them are all white.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Maybe
that.
they actually spent some time and hey, maybe we should match it to the color of the words.
Because I know the Superboy one with first appearance of King Shark. I have that, but I don't have it in a DC universe. But I know the DC universe one is up there too.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
I've
tough
seen the
one.
DC Universe one. I've seen
This is
that
probably the worst looking Superman.
one.
Oh my. But I like how the DC universe is right between his head.
Right. But it just
Damn,
looks
that's
like he's
cool.
blowing up.
That's really cool. Yeah.
A steel
Mm-hmm.
and another steel. But for me, just the rarity of finding a couple that have the different, up in each corner.
Very
That's
cool.
the harder part.
Very cool.
Now I got to put them all away. That's always the fun part.
Yeah, me too, man. I gotta do the same thing you do. I gotta put stuff away. I need to learn how to
Yeah.
do that.
Them
Finding
ones I
somewhere
put in
to-
alphabetical order, and they have their own box, so it's not like I got a whole run of Flash or a whole run of Batmans. It's just whatever ones I can fill in here or there.
Yeah. It's just annoying when you have like reading stacks. It's like I still gotta read this stuff, but should I put it away or should I read it? You don't know what to do. You go, should I read it or
Right.
should I put that stuff away first?
Well, I've learned with Tori, she seems to be buying a lot of double covers. If it's like the new one with that Department of Truth,
Yeah.
she'll buy 2 number A covers and a B. So she actually bought 3 books. One of them she's gonna read, and the other 2 she doesn't read. She doesn't touch. She doesn't do anything
Right.
with them. But I'm like, you're buying 3 comic books.
Yeah. But he goes, yeah, so I can keep it for later.
Right.
And then you don't get mad at her when she goes, hey, you see how much that one going for now?
Right. Me, I'm kind of like, oh, I want to look at it, see the art, check it out. I love the Batman Who Laughs, but that whole series, like, the way they wrote it with the red ink, sometimes I'm just like, man, I need my glasses on to read some of this because it's all blurring together, and but the art was great, the story was good, but sometimes reading it, but it's the same way you read them old Thor books, and
Yeah.
I thou might you with my cane, and
Oh, yeah.
the
That drives
old
me
English
nuts.
about it.
Yeah, that drove me nuts when I first read a friggin' Thor book, one of the older ones. I'm like, huh? And I'm like looking at it. I'm like, am I reading it wrong? or is my dyslexia acting up? I go, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Then try to sound out it. What the?
Yeah, well, what the F is going on?
By Odin's beard, I shall.
Yeah, you're like, huh?
But you got to understand he's a mythological creature. That's kind of how they talked in the Sweden.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Back
Pure
then and all that other
badass.
shit. Yeah,
So you're stuck with the character. You're stuck with that.
yeah.
It's like having Iron Man be a British guy. It wouldn't have worked out as good. You want to be
Yeah.
as cocky or.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Early Perillo.
ooh,
Yeah, and that's
wow.
early Red Sonja.
Oh, show that. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yep.
Damn. Ooh.
That's early. Yeah, this is early Perillo.
See, I
This is
should have
early.
had you on cover slingers with
I
buck
told you.
covers.
Early, early Alex Ross.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
amazing.
How's that?
I still got an
Jeez.
early Alex Ross. Like
Ooh.
he used to do love covers. Like you didn't even know it was Alex Ross. And you know how you know it's an earlier one? He actually signed Alex Ross in the corner because a lot of his the newer and her semi like in the 2000s, he never signed Alex Ross. The way you know it's a early Alex Ross if you see Alex Ross in the corner.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it says Alex Ross. If you see Alex Ross, it's Alex Ross pretty much. It's early Alex Ross, early
Damn.
'90s or early '90s at least. So if
Gotta
you
be
see
hard to.
anything with it, yeah, I've got one. It's just I just don't remember where I ended up putting it. If I put it back in the boxes over there, or if it's out here somewhere that I wanted to read that damn love book that he made that he drew. And it's a love story book, and that's what's funny. And nobody would know it's Alex Ross. It's a love story book, and then you're looking at it like it looks like Ross, but you're not sure. And then in the
That's
little
how
corner
Miller
over there,
started out.
yeah, in the little
Same
corner,
thing with Stan Lee, loved
Mhm.
ones and all that.
and then I've always
Kirby
wanted
too.
this one as a Raw book. This Straight Jacket. This came out at the same time Walking Dead did, but this was a smaller publisher than the Walking Dead than Image at the time. So they came out at the same time. But right now, this was gonna. I thought this would hit more. They would have hit, a couple $100, but you could get it for like $60. So it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool
I got
cover.
it for six.
Really cool
Yeah, I
cover.
got it for $60. I've always loved. This story is pretty cool. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Straight
I read
jacket.
I read the trade. Yeah, and the trade's like low printed too. So it's gonna be it's hard to find.
What's it
And I'm
about?
it is about a girl that goes to a sane asylum, but the main reason she goes to a sane asylum, she ends up killing her brother. She ends up killing her brother because her brother goes, "I can watch you from the other side. I can protect you from all the demons from the other side." This is what that story. This is what the story is about. But there was a volume 2 of this, but after COVID happened, I don't. They haven't released another issue. I don't really believe there's a there's a volume yet. Yeah, there's
Hmm.
supposed to be a completely other issue where she actually escapes towards the end of the story. She actually escapes from the insane asylum, and she actually leaves the asylum, and nobody figures out she's out. She's gone. Like, and she's living her own normal life in the
Wow.
volume 2, and yeah, so it's pretty interesting. I'm surprised this didn't hit as high as Walking Dead did
It'll pick
for
up.
the
It'll pick
story.
up.
Yeah, Yeah. So they're gonna be
Very
looking
cool.
for something else, another horror story.
Yeah, that's something I'll pick up.
Yeah, and then another. This was a AOK from the Steve. Yeah,
Oh,
Adam
that
Reed.
was the
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, the prices compared to a 9.6 to a 9.8 on this son of a gun of a book. Dude, you $1,000
Yep.
to a freaking to 600 to freaking. Dude, the difference of a freaking price on this book is ridiculous. I like
Yeah,
Steve.
Tori has that one raw.
Yeah, Steve showed me, and I'm like, son of a.
How much is your jump price from one to the other?
Dude, it's freaking like a freaking 9.8, 1,000 and some change, and then that one is like freaking like two. Of the low end, I seen it for 2, and the high end, I seen it for 6.
what?
Wow.
Yeah,
But that makes a difference a lot of times, you
yeah.
know.
Look, me and Steve looked at it. It hasn't been pressed and it hasn't been cleaned. So imagine if I cleaned it, it could come back a 9.8. So
Right.
that price, yeah, that price jump. If that's the case, I'm gonna end up getting rid of it and have $1,000 closer to get at least a closer to like a higher grade Vampy 1. You
True,
know what I
true.
mean? If I
Trade
wanted
somebody
to,
for it.
yeah, I'll trade you this for a higher grade Vampy 1 if you have one.
Well, I would.
Yeah. Well, and I have some of the older doubles magazines that I have doubles of out. A couple of my favorite covers. This one was the first AOK I ever got from Steve.
Oh
Stone Cold
wow.
Steve. Yep. And this is the first time that you've seen Vampy with fangs on a cover. It was issue 18 of this Warren run. First time you ever seen her with fangs.
That's like a magazine size too, right? Like a bigger.
Yeah, it's Warren. So yeah, these were the original ones from the 60s and 70s. And then this one, how this is a cover 20. So this is supposed to be a cover 20. Originally, this was supposed to be cover 19 or 18, something like that. Yeah. So for some reason, this cover became issue 20 instead of being issue 19. And 19 is a completely different cover.
I wonder why.
Yeah, because if you look in the book, if you look in 18, it tells you issue 19's cover. It shows you issue 19's cover, and it's this one. But I think I know why, because the story in issue 20 matches the cover. There's a story
Okay.
in here that matches the cover, and I'm like, huh, that would
Makes
explain
sense.
why. But yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. It took me forever to find magazine Mylars in the because I didn't want to buy it online. I had to look for all over, like almost every comic shop didn't have magazine Mylars because they don't
Yeah,
carry
Right.
right
magazines
now.
as much.
Oof.
Yeah, and they went, no, I've been looking for a while. It's just that I had finally freaking went out all the way out like 2 hours away just to get freaking Mylar. I better buy like 3 bags of Mylars just to, if I'm all the way
Yeah,
out
right.
here. Yeah.
So, what do you think's harder, getting the magazines or the comic books of Vampirella?
Depending on print run of it, would be what the magazines is a little harder to get
Mhm.
in a decent. If you want it in a decent condition, it's harder to get. But the the normal ones are hard. The normal runs, like normal comics, are pretty hard too, because she's not a well known character and she doesn't get printed much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So if it's a last like if you're looking for one of the last books on the like the end run, that's gonna be the hardest one to find. And the first one, the two hardest books are gonna be number 1 and whatever the number ended on. Yeah. So yeah, because there's a what is it? There's an artist that I like called his name is Eric Basaluda, but everybody calls him Ebas. There's one cover that I really like from him, but it's a final issue. It's an issue 19, and that's a pain in the ass cover to find. I've seen it one time, and it was like a couple of weeks before my birthday, and I'm like, shit, I wish I could get that. But I was stuck in between 2 books. was that issue 49 of Vampy magazine, and that was I'm gonna jump on this 49 before that damn 49 shoots up in price, because before this movie or before they announce the freaking villain in the movie, and at least I have it beforehand before if it shoots up in price. So I'm like, yeah, I made the smart decision and got that. But that Eric Basaluda book was another one. There's a freaking funny story behind one of the Eric Basaluda covers that I love, and it was and it's eBasco, and then my thanks to my LCS guy again. He goes, hey, this customer came in a couple of days ago, had a Vampy cover I thought you might not have. I've never seen it before until I've seen it when this guy brought it in, and I went to look it up. I'm like, why does this art look so familiar? And I looked it up, Eric Basaluda, and I'm like, and I go, how much you want for it? And then he goes, I give it, and I just threw like a number out there. I said $20. He goes, I'll take it. And and then come to find out that damn cover is $100 cover.
Yeah.
Come to find out, it was an expensive cover because we looked it up. I mean, we looked it up originally, and we could only find stuff that was like $20, $30. I go, the highest I'm gonna offer you is $20 for this cover, and I got it for $20. And come to look at it now, there's one selling on eBay raw, for $999 and plus shipping. So I'm like, I made a steal for that one.
Oh yeah.
But he's supposed to be coming down to Florida, and he's from California. He's supposed to be coming down at the end of the month, the Memorial Day weekend, to a con down here. And one thing I want to do is get that thing, because I've never seen one signed before. So I want to get it signed and slabbed, because
For sure.
I've never seen one. Yeah, and pressed and cleaned.
Yeah.
And then see if that can come back at 9.8. I could offer whatever I want for it because it has his signature on it.
Yeah. One of a
Right.
kind.
Yeah, one of a kind, because I haven't seen one with a signature on it yet.
Wow.
And that's another cover I like. There's a Lady Death cover he's done, but he's most known. Tori's gonna love this guy. He's most known for doing ladies' butts. He loves doing ladies' butts because he has a Xenoscope cover that he's done. That is, it's a Three Little Pigs cover, and it's a homage to Three Little Pigs. But the Three Little Pigs are sitting at a strip club, looking at a human girl's butt. Like the girl's actually dancing, and you can actually like see the pigs are actually looking at her butt. And there's another one where there's where Pinocchio's bending over and Pinocchio's nose is growing, because Pinocchio's, I guess the girl asked him if the pig or whatever. So all you see is the nose like this point, like pointed up. You're like, and it's a Xenoscope cover, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah. That little Xenoscopes are.
Yeah. No, actually, the stories are getting better. Surprisingly, the stories are actually good now. Surprisingly to me, I actually picked up a new one, Goatman and Funny Man.
Yeah.
It was actually a decent story.
Interesting.
Yeah, I actually read it. It was actually decent, and I'm like, dude, I remember picking up a Xenoscope from before, man. That shit was horrible, man, back then. Because when I first started, when I got back into it, yeah, I go, oh yeah, since I like Vampy, since I like Lady Death, and I like all these sexy female covers, so I pick them up and I like reading them. But I found like a lot of new artists from that though. Like, oh, I like this artist style, I like this guy's art. Come to find, that's how I found Eric Basaluda. That's how I found Ebas. That's how I found like a lot of these like Don Mateague, like the female artist that I really like Tori likes too. Don Mateague, freaking JP Rolfe, and all these other people. I'm like, dude, I really like these guys. I'm like, and that's from Xenoscope, like just venturing out and saying, hey, I like this art. Not even reading the book, just looking at the art, saying I like this art, and then come to look up their art, and I'm like, wow, it's not always, reading stuff, man. You always see the art, you go, oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what else he's done. Yeah, and I've actually
there's been great art in some books, and the story is shit.
Dude, the story is shit, or the story
either or
art.
Right.
Either or. The inside art is freaking horrible. There's actually, like, people say I like Vampy a lot, there's actually one run of Vampy I really hate because of the freaking interior art. Covers are great. Interior art is straight trash. They made her look like a guy in the face. I'm like, what the hell?
It got
What
the
the hell?
Dracula features more.
Yeah, not even that. It's like they made her look funky as hell. It's like she looks like a guy. Like, dude, she looks like like built, like buff, buff
Uh-huh.
females, like type face. And I'm like, dude, I know, you know what I mean. But everybody gets their preference. But holy shit, man, that damn. But story, the worst part was the story is good. Freaking art pulls you out. You're reading it, the damn art pulls you out of it. You're like, son of a bitch, I don't like this.
But what do you think of like a regular, like if I picked it up, you think, oh man, the story's great. Same
Yeah.
opinion, like it wouldn't be the typical Vampirella that you assume with the red suit.
No, it's she's in her red suit, but she's in a full like leotard almost this time around in this run. And it's a Vampirella versus the superpowers. It's with all the old school golden age golden age characters, and she's in a one piece, but it's not a one piece. It's actually a jumpsuit type looking thing. It's fine. The suit's fine. The body's fine. It's the freaking face that looks like a damn guy. It's like you're like, what the hell is this, man? It's like,
Can't have that.
yeah. Let's see if I have that book around here somewhere. I should have it around here somewhere. I probably have it sitting in one of the piles over here. I wouldn't doubt it because I still got to read some of it. Because I'll give it a chance. I'll read it or whatever. So yeah, I got Silk. I got all kinds of stuff I got to still read.
Did you get new turtle books, Firehawk? Didn't you just post that on Instagram?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. Things keep showing up, and I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah, man, like me. I keep getting books, and I'm like, shit, I still got to read last week's, or I still got to read the weeks before.
Oof.
And the weeks before stack is like freaking huge. And you're like, oh,
Yep.
son of a bitch, I should have read last week's first.
Yep.
And you're like, what the hell am I doing?
That's me.
I should have picked that up, but god damn it, it was a good cover.
I finally started to catch up a little bit, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
I did. Oh, just talking about that Alex Ross cover I was talking about. I found it. This one.
Ooh.
Well, make big. There you go.
Yep. Alex Ross. He signs it right there. Look, early days. Right there.
Wow.
Yep. This is early Alex Ross.
Wow.
Yep. And this is supposed to be a 7.0. But the place I got it from grades hard, so it could be an 8.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
No
But
doubt.
what I want to do with this one is actually if Alex Ross ever comes to any of the Florida cons, get him to sign it and grade it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've never seen one of these graded, so
Yeah, a lot of them old school ones like that with them love ones or love triangles, love stories. Some of them ain't even on the census. Like, I mean, like a 0.2 that just is just, scuffed up cover, spine ticks everywhere. Something you don't want to get graded anyways. But if something like that, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And talking about Alex Ross Vampies. Both of these are from VV, Vigilante. Yep.
I think she has the dynamite one. Or the moon one.
Yeah, I called this one the stained glass one.
Ridiculous.
I called that the stained glass cover, and this is, if you have Vampy 1, you should have this one. If you have Vamp, because this is the Vampy 1 behind shot. If you look at it, look. The front shot, the back shot. Yeah, that's it. If you got one, you have to have the other one. Yeah.
Mastodon.
Yeah.
Mastodon
And
Comics. How are you?
hey. Yep. And then yeah, these are German editions BB got for me. German edition of Joe Jusko.
That looks like a Mad Max almost.
Yeah, it's a
Ooh.
foil cover too.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
really?
early. Yeah, this is a Joe Jusko, and it's a foil.
Hmm.
And that's I
So, how
already
much
took a
does
peek.
that other Vampirella one go for? Where it's the back shot of her with the moon? How much does that one go for?
Not much.
Yeah, I think.
Like I saw a graded copy was like $100, 100 or more. Yeah, and then
Not bad. Not bad.
yeah, not because I've seen ungraded. Yeah, because the the one with no words and stuff like that, that one's a little more expensive. That was like $300-400 because that was like a 1 in 10 or 1 in 25 or something like that. Like there's another one that's a version of this one too, and it's an expensive one. You know, all the virgin copies of these are expensive.
Yeah, I want to say Tori got that moon one for like $20. It was like
Yeah, yeah,
raw. Yeah.
yeah. That should be what she paid for it. VV got this for cover price. What it was originally for, $3 or
Oh,
two
damn.
bucks. Yeah, he got the.
Mm.
He goes, oh yeah, my shop over here still got these for like cover price. I go, but I need them. And he picked them up, and then yeah, he got me. He picked this one up, and this one is this was a Lady Death exclusive that was from a German con or a European con out there. Yeah.
Wow.
This is the Michelle Pfeiffer Lady Death because it looks like Michelle Pfeiffer in the face.
Mm. Very nice.
I call it the Michelle Pfeiffer Lady Death. And then he got me this Turtles con one.
Oh, whoa,
What
whoa, whoa,
con?
whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah,
Comic tag.
yeah.
Oh my.
It's a
Yes.
German edition.
Oh,
I was thinking about getting Eastman to sign this German edition and slabbing it.
I would.
Yeah, I would too. I saw it and I'm like a lot of people don't know. I'm into the turtles too. It's just I'm into a lot of stuff. Like
That
I
you
used to
can like, you got like
yeah,
one thing. That's it. That's all you
yeah,
can like.
yeah. I've been into the turtles since I was a kid, man. I grew up on them, so I've liked them
Yeah.
too. So,
Oh yeah. I'm with you there.
yeah. When you grow up with them, man, it's like you grow up with stuff. It's like wow.
That is done.
Yeah.
Right? Very true. Yes. Mastodon, you are completely correct.
Yeah. I got nothing against it, but she could play Lady Death if she wants because we have a cover that actually looks like her and she's playing
Yeah.
Lady Death.
She would fit that right there.
Yeah, she's
Hmm.
a little older, but yeah, she could even play Lady Death's mom if
No,
she
why
had to,
not? No, I mean
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. That would be kind of cool just to see her as Lady Death or Lady Death's, mom or something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, be kind of cool.
Man, for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like every time my son comes over now, my son Jacob, that's in the chat. He keeps looking more and more through my Batman Who Laughs. Oh, I like this cover. I didn't know you had this cover. Then I got a couple more graded ones that come in. Then I show him them.
Keep missing. Like phew, phew, phew.
Well, the old school ones like
You
Iron
don't like
Man's,
them as much.
Batman's, Hulks. That's the kind of books that my kids grew up. Plus, watching the '90s X-Men.
Right.
So they know their characters for the most part.
Mhm.
But now they're like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. When'd you get this? When'd you get that? I'm like, well,
I would say it wasn't
adding
me.
up.
It's all your mom.
All right.
Adds up.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't take that if I was you. It's your mom's.
But, you know, kids just growing up. Hey, I have problems reading. Well, read a comic book. It'll keep you more
yeah.
entertained that way, you know.
Trust me.
does
And I
had
did that a lot
dyslexia.
with my kids growing up.
Yeah, I had
Plus, it kept them
dyslexia,
more
and it helped.
quiet. So,
Yeah,
Mhm,
I had
mhm.
dyslexia, and it helped out a lot, man. Honestly, it helped out a lot. And then now they're lucky. They got these types. They got this thing looking like a pin that scans the whole damn page, and it reads the whole page to you. I'm like,
Hmm.
holy shit! When was it?
Wow.
When the hell? Where was that when I was a kid, man? I needed that when I was a kid to
It's all
study,
right
man.
till the batteries run out, and it's like,
Yeah.
whoa.
But just imagine having that when you were a kid and you had trouble reading and you had that helping you. It would have
All
been
right.
so much easier at school. It wouldn't,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have been picked on by reading out loud the way you read out loud. And then, dude, it sounded so funky when I read out loud. I hated reading out loud because it sounded like a 3-year-old reading out loud, man. And I was like, you know what I mean? But
It happened.
I could comprehend it in my head, you know what I mean? Reading it, it came out in my head right, but when it came out my mouth, it come out wrong. or it's freaking the worst is when I'm writing it. And sometimes when I have to write reports for my boss looks at it and goes, "What were you trying to say here?" And now she writes all my reports for me because every time I write it, she looks at my damn report. She goes, "I'm gonna rewrite it for you, but at least you wrote it." So she rewrites the whole damn report.
That works out.
Yeah, it helps out. It helps out a lot because then I don't worry as much. I'm like, crap, I gotta
Mhm.
write this report.
Oh yeah.
I still write it out. I still try to write it out as best as I can, and I explained to her what I was trying to say, and she'll I dictate to her what I was trying to say, and she'll write the whole damn thing out for me. So that's how it goes.
Well, links in the chat if you want to jump in, Jacob. But I think we have, yep, Mr. Roscoe Champion.
Oh,
He won today on
Roscoe.
Cover Swingers. First
That's
time
cool.
being on. I invited him on, and he wins it. This smokes
Yeah.
man cave me out of there.
Look,
Everybody.
your tag team partners here too.
Who dat? Tag team
Uh-oh.
champion.
We're tagging who that is.
Look
Come
Look
on
out.
in, who that.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to sign off.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
All right.
Hmm?
I got no G-Man show tonight, so have G-Man
Right,
is
I'm
not coming
still
out
on.
till
I
the
got
end
my
of the
wife tonight, you know. So I'm I still got about 2 more hours I could go.
I'm gonna shop around a little bit. No. You gotta find
G-Man's not
something to share.
G-Man's not coming back until the end of the month, or
Oh,
Right.
really?
until at least until they get completely moved into the new place.
Yeah, let's just put that one up again, just because that feels good right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
And now you just gotta stay long running champs.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And just retire the damn championships this time.
Did I hit 300?
I would.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I did hit 300. Maybe. Thank you,
Yeah.
who dat?
There you go.
Apparently, I hit 300.
Yeah, I wish I was
That's a-
there, man.
we'll have a party.
I'm only at like 280 something, I think, 286 or two something like that. 236 actually. I've been stagnant at 236 for a while.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm
and I've been jumping on everybody else's chair, like everybody else's.
I have
channel,
like
you know.
6, so.
and I'm one of them.
Yeah, and I think I'm one of the original ones on there too. I remember. Yeah,
But,
like, I remember you when you were
I
like
never look at it,
like
but that's the same way. You out of here, Firehawk? You're 3 beers down and 4 bottles of
Yeah.
wine?
I might be in maybe later. If you're still on, I might catch up with you.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always open. You know that, brother, man.
Peace to y'all. See you later.
See you later. Yeah. So might as well do a 300 celebration.
300. Yay!
Yeah.
Huh.
I've been sitting at like 236, something like that for a while. I'm like, I don't care about it. I just like hanging out with you guys and bullshitting. That's the main reason I do it. I don't really get. I like hanging out with Tori, hanging out with you, talking, talking stuff, you know. Yeah, I still gotta finish Jupiter's Legacy so we can talk about it tomorrow.
I get more of a kick out like with the whole COVID thing is like
Yeah,
I really got into the game shows. Like that's
yeah,
where I really got into is like, you know,
right,
everybody on Wednesday showing off the same comic books. Well, then for a
yeah,
while nobody had any comic books they could go
right,
get, you know.
right.
So it was kind of I like that process of people thinking outside the box with, hey,
Yeah.
what do I
I
still
mean,
got around here? What can I
yeah,
do?
the whole reason the Cantonese Comic Wednesdays came to be was because everybody else is showing off their haul. What can I do that they can't do?
Right.
Yeah. So that's how that came to be, man. And then Extreme Nerd Table was the same thing. There was nothing on Sunday. There was no shows on Sunday, but there was a shit ton of auctions on Sunday, but there was no shows. Actually, there was not even
Auctions,
an auction.
auctions.
Yeah, yeah, there wasn't even auctions on a Sunday. There was probably one or two auctions on a Sunday. Now there's a crap ton of auctions, crap ton of shows, and I'm like, holy crap, man! We're like, I took like a week off, and then I start seeing shows pop up. I'm like, one show, two shows on the Sunday. I'm like, what the hell? I only took a week off, and that was the only show at 9 o'clock on Sundays. That was the only thing that was on, and now it's like 6 other shows that I'm like, holy shit!
That's kind of like this, you know, two brothers
Yeah,
usually do something. There's
yeah.
always a lot of people that
Robert,
do stuff. And
yeah,
this was just pretty much, I started off just letting a
yeah,
lot of people from Marvelous's auction come somewhere to talk or whatever, you
right,
know, and that's where Firehawk started off. You met in chats and da da da. And
yeah,
the first time I was like, all right, let's
yeah.
go shoot the
Same
shit.
thing. Same thing with all everybody else. That's how me, Steve, Hialeah, and all of us started like that too, man. We met in
Yeah, but you
chats.
guys all like live together, all your Instagram pictures, you know, you're
Yeah,
all like,
yeah,
hey, what's up? What's
yeah,
up? You know,
yeah. Yeah,
that's
but
the
the
nice
whole
thing.
yeah, that because I didn't know they all stayed near me, and then like Steve goes, "Hey, I'm heading down to Miami to surprise them." They want to head down there. I go, "Sure, as long as you're driving, as long as I don't got to drive, I'll go with you."
See, we figured it out. The closest one to me would be like Life with YouTubers, and yet that's still a 5 hour drive just
Right,
to go see her. You know,
right,
would be the closest one YouTuber around us.
right.
I was
And then
like,
the yeah,
some of you
I
guys
would
are only like an hour away, or
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
tops 2 hours.
right. I thought God Tank was the closest one to you guys.
Oh no, he's. I'm South Dakota, so I'm way up there.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because yeah, you guys are with the rally and everything else over there.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I've always wanted to go to that rally anyways. I've always like I've seen the what was it? The
Full
True
throttle
TV
shows.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the True Throttle. I'm like, oh man, it seems cool to be, interesting to be going up there. It would be kind of cool. I'm like, but the worst part, I was like, first thing I thought of, I'll go, would I be the only Asian guy walking around in the
There's everything walking around.
No, no,
Some
yeah, but
things you're just like,
like
I don't want to see that, you know.
yeah, like down here Daytona, man. Sometimes there's
Right.
you'll be walking around Daytona, you'll be no, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. And other ones you're just like, oh, sorry, I was staring.
Yeah, yeah. The worst one was what was it? There was a yeah, and then I used to work at a strip club, so that was even worse one than when Daytona would come around. They would come up from Daytona, come hang out in the clubs and stuff. It was fine, but it was sometimes they would wear some stuff, and I'm like, dude, the girls are not gonna get their attention. The girls are gonna run these people out of run these girls out of here.
Right.
First thing, first thing, ran when I said that, ran one of the girls out, ran the other girl. I'm like, okay, so this is it. When they come in, I'm gonna have to tell them to put a shirt on.
Yeah. Or something else.
Yeah,
Here's a tablecloth. Put that on.
yeah. Yeah,
But
because
it's
yeah, Robert don't got a show, so I'm like, I don't mind hanging out with you and bullshitting with you. So Robert don't got nothing.
life's
So
not home right now, so you know,
right,
I just figured
yeah,
do something. Firehawk
yeah,
talked me into it. I only had like
yeah,
30 minutes to plan it, so I was like, all right, as soon
yeah,
as Marvelous is done, we'll do it.
yeah. Yeah,
But
I can't wait until this cover comes, man. It's coming all the way from the UK, and this artist has never done Bampy. Yeah.
Thank you, Firehawk.
Mm-hmm. Always
It's
cool
now
to see you.
holding that 300 and keep going.
Yeah. Be nice.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Tori isn't up there yet. I'm surprised too. I thought Tori would have been like, like suppress both of us. On being honest, since she's a female in the community, like wow, that's what I assumed. Oh,
And
because it's
we thought the same thing because we made a little side bet with Instagram
Yeah.
who would have the most. Well, I have the
Right.
most actually on Instagram than
right.
she does, and I'm like, she's like, I'm not out there flashing it like a lot of them other girls are doing, where they get 6,000 views, or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
like,
She's not sitting. You're not taking the picture with her and with holding the book up.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Like,
it is our
and it,
culture. Sex sells,
Mhm. Oh,
Vampirella,
yeah. Right.
that's
Yeah.
Lady Death. It's
Right.
not, it's all part of our culture. Some
Yeah. It's
think
all
it's
part of the comic
taboo.
culture. Yeah.
I don't have
And,
my old lady out there completely, in a
Mhm.
Vampirella outfit or nothing, but
Right.
she does have corsets where they're nice,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I
everything's still
understand.
covered proper,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But she's still. Yeah. But it's still cool. I honestly assume she would have hit way more subscribers than me or you.
yeah, I would have put that bet on there too. But
Yeah.
when I first started doing it, and I went on the Rodriguez show, I went on like
I
2 or 3 times,
yeah. I
and then
remember.
went on some auctions with Jay Blitz and
Yeah.
Z Collects, and I just kind of moved around.
Yeah. I did the
And
same
I
thing.
like that because then I meet new people, and
Yep.
it's not every day that somebody meets a captain, and
Right. Yeah.
I do the
Yeah.
whole part. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Flame or Frame was kind of like the best show for me because, I could just sit there and get drunk and try to draw
Yeah.
something like a 3-year-old.
Yeah. Or try
I
to
was
keep it in
never in it
line.
to win it. That
Yeah.
was one show I'm never in it to win it because I'm just
Dude,
more ridiculous I could
I
draw.
watched the all female one. I watched it with Gabby for
Oh,
California Blend. Oh, dude,
oh,
she drew something and like you guys gave her the time, and I'm like, dude, she got more talent in one pinky than I got in, in my whole head.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Hood's another one. I went against him in categories a couple times.
Yeah.
Get to the championship round, take him on, and he beat me.
Yeah.
We go on the lamer frame, he beats me. But he's another one that could just draw. And,
Yeah. A lot of the guys in the community can draw, man. It's surprisingly like 84, Jay Hood, a lot like we've all wanted to draw. It's just like a couple of us can't draw, but like I've always wanted to write a comic. I've always wanted to do. If I can't draw it, I might as well write one.
I love Roscoe's outtake on it because it's like my thinking where it's
Right,
where he did like Ren and Stimpy, and half of it's like Venom, and the other half is
right,
Stimpy.
right,
Something completely different, but it
right,
looks cool together. Or the Thor, he's got a Thor with a fat belly, and he's
right, right,
got his hand out like for a hammer, and there's a beer on the other side
right.
flying to him. So I mean, that kind of style I like. It's a
Yeah.
little bit different.
Well, I might commission somebody have John Vampy and me hanging on Vampy's leg or something. That's what people was giving me ideas like that. I'm like, well, that could be cool. Or me sitting on a throne and her sitting on my lap. Something, something funny.
Well, the from Evil Dead where he's standing there with
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the gun up, you could be all hanging onto her leg, almost save me.
yeah.
She's all
I've always wanted something, because the one like what was it? Boatwright could draw that for sure. If I wanted Boatwright to draw it, but if he would have the time, I would. Yeah. What was it? A couple of them could draw that, man. I could ask, and it would be kind of cool. 36, like some of 36 stuff is cool, man. So
right.
a lot of their stuff is
Yeah, I
cool.
respect his,
Yeah.
because I've actually owned a tattoo parlor, a couple of them in my life, and
Right,
drawing with a pencil, pen, marker, whatever,
right,
is a whole different style than putting it on somebody's skin. You got something that's vibrating
right,
that you got to compensate for, and
Yeah,
everything else, you know.
I've seen it. I've got a couple of tattoos, so I know. And I know
Right.
sometimes some of the guys get heavy-handed because they're trying to keep the damn thing from jumping too much, where they can't keep the line
Right.
straight.
Well, typically you just want to stay smooth and stop, you know. That's
So,
typical,
yeah.
but you're doing a tattoo for 8 hours, my hand's going, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes those things go for 13, 14 hours, man. Like
All
a
right.
big ass piece could go for like a long time, man. It's like,
Typical, most I did is 8 hours because I figured, you know, that's 8
Right.
hours, you know.
yeah,
I need breaks in there. I need to eat, you know,
Right.
that's the main thing.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
just
we
the person
had-
itself, it's the artist too, because you don't want them all sugared up. You know?
we had, one of my boys had got his whole back cut. Like, I got one of the guys at the shop goes, I have an idea for a piece, but I'm not gonna charge you if you let me draw it out. Da, 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 da. He goes, where are you? Like, I got a great. He wanted it for a front piece for somebody, but he goes, but this idea could be a front or back piece. And then my boy goes, why don't you use my back? And his back already had like 2, 3 tattoos on it. He goes, he doesn't care. He didn't care about them. So he goes, dude, that piece is huge. That piece covers his whole freaking back. And it's like a open chest with a heart and so all kinds of cool. I'm like, dude, he sat for a good like 13, 14 hours for at least one whole side first, and then sat for another 10 hours to complete the other side, or 10 to 13 to complete the other side. I go, how
I
the
did
hell did you sit? Yeah, how the hell did you sit for
vines
that
and
long?
flowers, and I think there's like some fairies in there and butterflies. It's pretty much this vine that started at this chick's pinky toe and just wrapped around her leg all the way up, and the big sunflower was right on the
Right.
side of her hip. That was a
Wow.
good.
Yeah.
I think that one ended up doing like 16 hours, but I did it in 2 sessions. One was all outlined, so it was just like, you know,
Yeah,
and
I
then
can
color
imagine
and
the line.
then.
Yeah, the line one is the hard part, I think, right? Or is the coloring in the hard part?
Coloring in can be pretty easy. Line, you know, if you blow out a line, like you said, if you go too deep and it's thicker where you want it thin, you know, that's always sucks. But either way, it really sucks. But because coloring, you know, you're filling in small little circles or brush strokes.
Coloring's a little easier because coloring, at least you just have to keep it in the lines just to make sure.
All right. Yeah.
But since you're creating the lines, you don't know you know how big the line's gonna be, or you need. Oh, hey, she needs like a head, but it looks like a freaking rat, or something.
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago. So you know, and the guns have changed, the styles changed, everything's changed, just like our comic books have changed. You know, it's the same thing. Like there's art out there like black lighting. There's you know, there's even ones that don't even have outlines anymore, and it just looks like somebody just took a brush stroke and painted it on them.
Yeah, I got one that's actually blacklight ink.
On blacklight? Yeah, I got one on my leg.
They actually put the blacklight ink. He goes, as long as you buy as long as you buy the ink, I'll do it. I go, and it was my boy that had the shop. He goes, since you here, because he wanted a better gun. He had a crappy ass gun. He had to keep rubber bands on his gun because he couldn't afford another gun. And then I was working at the club at the time. Like I was making like boohoo bucks. I'm like, dude, how much does one of your guns cost anyway? Just curious. I go to a tattoo like a place that sells tattoo stuff and ink. I go, hey, how much is one of those guns? One of your good gun, like semi good guns? He goes, oh, this price. I go, here. So he goes, anytime you need a tattoo, man, just come and hit me up. I go, okay. But got him the gun. And then I go, hey, I've always wanted to try this type of ink, blacklight ink. What do you recommend me do with the and then so got him all the blacklight ink. He did it, and he puts I did a boot because I did a Buddha with 2 naked chicks on it. That's one. So that one has all the blacklight ink on it. So he puts he puts horns on the top of the head. but they're black light, so you can't see the horns unless you put the black light to my
But then it
back,
just
and you,
shows up these two little horns with.
yeah. So it's two little horns on the Buddha, and then you see like he put something straight across the stomach, like my nickname straight, my nickname from the Friends, straight across the stomach, and then he like blue, like he made the plants that the Buddha had were like blue gene type blue,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a glow in the dark. So when you hit it with the so the blue pops on the
Blue pops
freaking
out.
pants,
Yep.
yeah. So everything that has color in it pops pretty much. So the whole freaking thing, the only way it looks like a it looks like a normal tattoo. Like just no, it looks like no color to it. It looks just like a black tattoo. But when you freaking hit it with a freaking black light ink, or when you hit it with a black light, you're like, where did all this color come from?
Yeah. There's a lot of them like that. Like
Yeah.
I got a couple on my leg that are different colors, a red, a blue,
Yeah,
and then the
right.
typical white. But then now that I'm older, I'm like, it's not like I'm from the 60s and carry around black lights or anything.
Right.
Like the only place I see a black light is at the stripper bar. So, you know,
Yeah. So if
here
you
I am
want-
all hiking up my leg, you know. Look, it glows.
Yeah.
I suppose you're the same way. You got to take off your shirt.
Yeah, because the girls actually, like when I was working at the club at the time, the girls knew I got one. Then they wanted to see what the black light ink looked like. So I went, okay, yeah, yoink it, and they go, oh, that's cool. Okay, so now we know what the, and then, dude, like a week later, I seen like 4 other girls with the freaking black light tattoos. Well, one had like something across her stomach saying something about her her
Uh-huh.
private area, private area. And I'm
Her
like, the only
seaweed
way,
patch.
yeah, the only way you would see it if she freaking if that black light hit it
Black
just
light.
right, you would see it. So I'm laughing. I go, and then there was one that put tip here, like on her stomach it says tip here, like this certain area. I go, what the hell, man? You guys tattoo. I go, you guys are gonna regret that shit later. But because some of them did the black light ink where you couldn't even see it, like
Right.
unless the black light actually hit it.
I actually hit it.
Well, yeah, you couldn't actually not see anything there. It looked like she wasn't tattooed at all. It
But
was
that
freaking
that healing process when you don't have an outline and you just use that, it's
Yeah.
so weird because it just looks like somebody just cut that in you, you know, whatever design it is or whatever. Because it always just looks like I've had guys that had done it across their hands. I can't even remember what it was. It was like hate or love. You know what I mean? But you can only see it under a black light.
Yeah.
But while it's healing, you can still see it. It's like a scar. You know what I mean? So it's still like.
I've seen it. I've seen it. Well, one of the girls did it on her fist, and I'm like, what the hell's on your fist?
Yeah, right.
Because you're using your hands a lot. So the whole reason I didn't want to tattoo my hands was because you any type of job you do, you're gonna be using your hand. You know, anything you use your hands a lot. So that stuff's gonna fade more than anything. So I'm
Yeah, I
like,
got a big juggernaut on my. Oh, I don't even know if I can get my fat foot up there. Oh, baby. Yeah, I got a big
yeah, I see that.
juggernaut on my shin, and I want to do half of it, half my leg, like juggernaut coming out of a building on one side, and then the other side have like the Joker with his pimp outfit, you know, like the old 70s, you know. So my leg would be pretty much split in half, like a DC and a Marvel.
Right.
But both with bad guys on my shins. Well, haven't found a couple artists. I got things drawn up to do it. It's just the artist because, you know, there's certain places you cannot tattoo. And let me tell you, I don't care how flexible you are, but you just.
Yeah. Like certain places you don't want to like certain like elbows and freaking like certain areas. They're like, oh yeah, it didn't hurt much. And then freaking hit that freaking elbow area. You're like, oh, son of a bitch, that hurt.
Unfortunately, I have all the censored parts that they tell you not to tattoo.
Right.
But I don't have like my elbows tattooed. I got tattoos on my knees, on the top of my feet, on top of my toes.
Right.
On both heads, I have tattoos, you know, so it's kind of like, then other times I'm like, maybe I should do something here. Maybe I should do something.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh no. And then I got to break everything back out again and clean it all again. And
Yeah.
now I'm just to that stage where I'm just going to save up and get a tattoo what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. And I already, like, I got the 2 and I'm like, I'm happy with the 2. I don't, because just the healing process was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Just trying to put that ointment on just to keep it from scabbing too much. It was
well, just imagine that tattoo on your manhood. And then you have to wake up every morning because he's like, hey, I'm awake, and that scab starts pulling. You're like, oh, god damn, I need ointment right now.
Yeah.
That's a fun experience, let me tell you. You're like, I'm instantly awake, man. That's something pulling on that scab.
Shit, why does it hurt so much? Yeah. I tattooed that shit last night. I forgot.
And it's very awkward too when you tell your boss, hey, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I gotta go put some ointment on, and he's like, what? Like, you all right? Well, I am, but I'm not.
Yeah, you think he caught something? He goes, why do you need to put ointment? Like in the back of his head, he's like, why does this guy need to put ointment on?
And the worst part is I had it done during like 4th of July, so everybody's in short shorts and bikinis and at the beach, and I'm like, I need to lock myself in my house for like a week. I was doing COVID lockdown before there was COVID lockdown. I called it cock lockdown.
Yeah. Because you could 4th of July, everybody's in a bikini or whatever. You can't be walking around with your shit tattooed, and you'll be like, "Oh crap!"
Well, I took the kids to the lake, and we're sitting there, and there's some college girls off to the right, and some off to the left, and my kids are right in front of me swimming in the lake, and I'm just like, okay, just focus. Oh, stop looking that way. Stop looking. Focus. Focus. Oh, sorry, your beach ball came here. Sorry, go that way. Oh shit, your volleyball's that way. Like, so I finally laid down and just started counting leaves on a tree, because I'm just like, if you kids start drowning, just yell for me,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm done.
Dude, I can imagine if you were jumping in the damn sea with salt water, man. That shit would hurt.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to get any water on it. You know what I mean?
So
While it's
imagine it, so like you said, imagine if the kids were yelling, drowning, you'd be just, screw this, I gotta jump in, but
right. I'll be like, hey, that's my kid drowning. Can you go save him? I can't get in the water. Why not?
Yeah.
Just go get him because it'll take longer, to explain this.
I would have jean shorts on, so that don't have to explain much. You go, I can't jump in. I got jean shorts on.
Right. But it's all like, I don't want to say it's a myth, but I tried starting off with my soldier just like that. I was right there. As soon as that needle touched it, he was like, what the fuck is going on? You're like, hey, get back up here. I'm like, fuck you, man. No. Like, okay, well, I'm not into that. I can understand that. Like, all right.
Dude, I can imagine how much pain it was in. It'd be boom.
It's no worse than any other tattoo, except for the fact, like, let's say your arm. You can cover that up, but it doesn't stretch or anything else or move. It just stays right there. That one moves.
I can imagine if you were trying to do a happy face on it or something.
Well, I didn't want to just leave a black dot. And some chick will be like, wait, what's that? And you're like, hey, that's a fly. Why do you got a fly there? So you gotta actually make it look like an anchor or whatever you want it to look like.
Yeah. So I can imagine if somebody tried to do a smiley face, but then when it freaking extends, it looks like a sad face. You're like, what the hell?
I've had guys come up to me and go, hey, I want like a baseball player right here. So when I swing, it looks like, a baseball guy swinging. And I'm like, well, let me tell you from experience, that area is a little sensitive. Oh, shit. No, it was a good idea. But yeah, it's funny. But actually do it. That's not for your first tattoo. Let me tell you, buddy.
I can imagine. I can see somebody going, "Oh yeah, that's better." Nope, I don't think you.
That's
You know,
cool and all, but no. Let's give you one like this
I can
big first.
imagine
Yeah,
how
you
many
do.
drunk guys that walked in there and told you, "Hey, that's a great, yeah,
Right.
I got a great idea. I wanna tattoo this right here." And you'll be, from experience, I don't think so. You're drunk as shit. You'll be a bleeder.
Right.
So
Well,
it'd
you
be a lot of
learn to have a
nappies.
soft touch when you do that. Let me tell you. You learn to be soft touch. You
Yeah.
know, I'll go, ooh, I'm done.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, because I can imagine, man. Because I knew a couple of artists that had heavy hands, so I can imagine if they were doing those, that would suck, man, for the person because the dude has a heavy hand and doing.
I did mine to myself. You know, I didn't want
Yeah.
anybody else to do it. You know, hey, here, hold this, stretch this out. You know, it's just not. I'll look away. It ain't gonna work either way. So I might as well
Right.
just man up and I'll just do it myself. So I
Yeah.
can always have that experience to tell people, you know.
Yeah.
But really, like my head ones up here,
Right.
they didn't really hurt. It was like the healing process because they're like big old like reefs that come around,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
them ones in the healing process felt weird. It's like when you get a scrape on your head and you feel
Right.
that scab. Well,
Yeah.
just imagine like your whole
Oh.
side feeling like a scab or a chunk of your skull's all gone. So it
Right.
felt like all indented and everything else. I'm like, oh man, that just is my
That
head
don't feel
gonna
right.
be all right? You know, that just doesn't
Yeah.
feel
That don't
right.
feel right.
Yeah. Them ones were probably the worst ones because that was like right next to the ear,
Right. Right.
sensitive spots right above the ear. That one
Yeah.
was like, ooh,
Yeah, I can imagine sleeping on it. It was even worse. You'd be like waking up and what's all this ointment on the pillow?
yeah. It's
And
one side's green, one side's red.
yeah,
And I had them done at the both same time, but it just, that's what I'm saying. It just felt so weird. Like my whole,
yeah.
it was all
Both
caved
sides
in right
healing. Yeah,
there.
yeah,
I'd look in the mirror. I'm like, does that look right? You know, like,
yeah. I can imagine. I got both of my, both of the shoulder blades done, so I can imagine. And then plus you trying to put ointment on yourself, you can't
right.
reach it there.
I would have
So,
told you put
wow.
it on a spatula and then just do it. So yeah, that's
I
just
did. Yeah, I didn't end up doing that. I had one of the since the roommates were here. I go, hey, I need you. I need your
all
help.
right. Put some ointment on me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the worst part was you couldn't like, where you would be able to wrap it for, so it
Right.
wouldn't get it all over your clothes. Dude, that shit got all over. The ointment got all over the clothes. You'd be like, crap. Yeah,
Yeah. And then
yeah.
you're
And then a
picking
lot.
like some of the shirt off of it, a little lint
Yeah,
here. But
yeah.
that's the difference because it's on your back. You couldn't really see it. You just laid down, probably relaxed, and was like,
Yeah.
just do what you got to do.
Yeah, I got stiff though because it was sitting for a couple of hours. So I'm like, oh, hold on, let me get
Right.
up. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Some
It was-
people like to watch it, you know, just same thing like when you get
yeah,
shot with a regular needle. Like, I hate that. I
right,
look away, but I can
right,
watch somebody tattoo me all day long. It's just like,
right.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Or when they're hitting a certain spot, I'm like, hey, dude, you're going a little deep there. And they look at you like, "Well, you're not supposed to know that, you know."
yeah. And then and they look at you like, shit, how's he know what I'm going to?
Right.
But if you look at a person that got a crap ton of tattoos, he probably knows what he's talking about, you know? So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
But same thing with the inks and everything else. Like, I live in the Midwest.
right,
And when I had my tattoo parlors and stuff, that branding was like
right,
popular as hell. I almost did more brandings than I did tattoos. And
right,
I'm like,
yeah,
all right, I figured this out.
right,
To me, the brandings turned out kind of, you know, caveman-y, I guess, you know, a tree
right,
or a
right,
moon or whatever.
right,
And
right.
that's what they wanted, you know, that's what it was. It wasn't like I took a coat hanger and just went, actually had like different pieces that
Right.
once the scar healed, it made a perfect circle instead of,
Right.
or if there's a gap, planned it all out. The worst part was just the smell of burning flesh, just that,
I hate
it's
that
just
smell.
that uh,
I hate that smell. No, the smell I hate is burning hair smell. That's even worse.
hairs.
Yeah. That was what the funny story at the strip club is since I worked that one. The girl has a bunch of freaking like stuff in her hair. So if you have a bunch of stuff, you don't sit close to open flame. This dumb girl sits close enough to the open flame where I'm going. I look at her and I look at my boss. I go, this is gonna be a bad day for her. And then right when I said it, all you see is poof. It goes up, and I'm like, I told you. And I walked away. I walked away and I grabbed the freaking the fire blanket and freaking put her out.
My
I
boys,
went,
once they reach that teenage year and they're like, hey, look, I got armpit hair. I'm like, that's supposed to smell like roses. And they're like, what? And I take the lighter and burn it and, burn hair. They're just like, that don't smell like roses. Now it's going to take me another 15 years to grow more hair up there.
Yeah, man, that shit don't smell nice at all. And these girls had a lot of product in their hair sometimes, man. It's like, and then all you see is poof. because because we had, clubs like to be dark and they have little candles and stuff to keep it lit. So I'm like, and I look at my boss, I go, these girls who like to put product in their hair, right? These candles are going to be a bad idea.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, no lie, right after I said that, 1, 2, 3, 3 incidents happened the next day. And I'm like, I told you guys it was gonna be a bad idea. But then a lot of the girls start putting up their hair because they would stop putting their hair down and freaking dude, some of them would talk and accidentally like lean over the damn flame. I go, do you guys know you guys are leaning over a flame and you have freaking hairspray in your freaking hair? It's gonna go up.
Yeah, just basic hair by itself, just next to a flame, is going to curl. And then you
Yeah.
add the product on top of it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's freaking hilarious because the girls forget to have product in their hair. I go, that shit's gonna go up fast. It's like, poof, if you don't put it out. And then I'm like, the one time I actually thought about the fire extinguisher. I grabbed it and I'm like, should I put it out with this or should I put it out with the freaking fire blanket? I would go, this would be really funny, but she would kill me if I did if I hit her with it.
All right.
Yeah. So I went, I'll grab the fire blanket and went, boom. I wrapped her in there and put her out because my boss goes, why did you use the extinguisher? If I use that extinguisher, I'm not gonna get tipped out by her tonight for saving her because she'd be more pissed that I sprayed her with a damn fire extinguisher.
Right.
That white shit comes, that white stuff, white powder comes out of there. Yeah, she'll be pissed. If she doesn't know it's coming and her eyes aren't closed, that shit's gonna sting. And all you see is,
Oh, yeah. Then it's the whole outfit, everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll be pissed off for sure. You'll be like,
Right.
what the hell?
Just put something over her head.
Yeah. And I put the flame out. My boss goes, what the hell is that smell? That's burnt hair. That's what you
Yeah.
call burnt hair smell. It smells like straight shit.
But that's pretty funny because a lot of people on Labor Frame had no idea that I ever had a tattoo parlor or anything
Right.
else like that,
Right.
And for me,
Right.
it's just like when I had a shop, I only had certain clients, but I hired other artists and then kind of trained them, and and then I split the profit with them and stuff like that. So that's how I did it a lot, and I only took on clients every once in a while, or little stuff on myself. Well, actually, my whole thighs, but that's a different story.
Right.
But that part of it, I always learned, have fun with it. Drawing with a pencil and a pen and a marker is whole different than a tattoo gun
Right.
because a marker, eraser, pencil, you can
You can
white
erase
it
it, man.
out.
But when you do
Right.
it with when you do it with one of those guns,
Yeah,
you can't.
you go, whoops,
Yeah.
and your
Yeah.
portrait has it
Yeah.
became an alien looking somebody.
Yeah. Your grandma got some extra, extra two whiskers on.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Or yeah, you would have to if you had to sneeze, you would have to hold it because it you sneeze wrong, it freaking goes.
Right.
Whoop!
It's not one of them. Oh shit.
Yeah. At least if it was a pen or a marker, at least you can,
Right.
wipe it off or do something with it. But freaking one of those guns, man, you'd be, hey, I can't wipe this off.
Yeah, right. I just color it in more. Well,
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
makes it a big
Or
black blot more.
yeah. Well, it's better than freaking telling them you screwed up and give them extra line on a horse when he only wanted a horse with 2 legs or 3 legs or 4 legs, and you give him a fourth leg.
Oh, hanging there.
They'll be
Why does
looking
my
at it.
unicorn have a penis?
Why's that
Yeah, it's
unicorn have
placement.
extra line?
I always told them, drawing, blah blah blah. You have fun with it. You can draw whatever you want. But when it comes to tattooing, that's the
Yeah.
difference. Is you can't erase it, and the best you can do is just move on from it.
Yeah.
Don't obsess over it because that's what's going to keep coming back, and you're going to try to keep fixing it, and then it's just
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
be
It's gonna
more
get
of a
bigger.
problem.
Yeah, bigger and big. The problem is gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. You'll be,
Right.
you'll be like this, thinking, oh yeah, it's this, and then yeah, crap, I screwed up, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The person only wanted a tattoo like this big. The thing comes out this big.
Well, like one of the main things I always had them like try to tattoo on themselves is a peace sign.
Right,
That's easy, right? Down, a
right,
Y,
right,
and a line down.
right,
Well, then you make the bars so it's all thick, and
right,
trying to keep everything all in proportion.
right,
Well, you come off one, just a
right,
hair off of a
right,
circle, and then you're all trying to work on that,
right. I
trying to
wouldn't,
make
I
sure
wouldn't be.
everything's proportioned.
I I wouldn't be able to do it because I already can't draw a straight line really well. So I can imagine with the gun with.
Well, I mean, it's not.
Yeah, but I can
It just
imagine
has that
already.
vibration and it goes through your wrist for like hours, or
Right.
whatever.
I
It's
can. Yeah, but I can already imagine trying to draw a line or something. And if you're not used to the vibration, you'd be, oh shit. That's how you
I've had
tattoo
times
yourself
that I've
first.
had to stop for like an
Yeah,
hour or so because my wrist is just
yeah.
because your hand is so cramped up.
Or you'll still feel it after you let the gun go. You'll be like, oh
Right.
shit, why is my hand still
Like
vibrating?
when you get off the Harley and you're still like,
Yeah,
hey, what's up, everybody? How are you?
yeah, yeah.
But it's all about everything. You just got to learn
Hmm.
about it. Same thing about comics.
Yeah. Learn. You gotta learn a little bit of everything, man. Yeah, like tattooing, learn, anything, even collecting stuff, even reading stuff. You know what I mean? It took me forever to figure out that hey, I can actually read a comic and it's actually helping because the dyslexia and stuff, man. Is like I
Right.
didn't know that, but I honestly, like I said, these guys have these freaking pens that are $1,000 that can actually read a whole freaking book for you. Like all you have to do is push down, and this red laser comes out and scans the whole damn page, and it actually reads the whole page to you. I go, son of a bitch, where was this thing when I was in school? You know how easy you know how big of a pile of comics that I could go through. You just using it.
Yeah. I just sit in bed.
Uh,
Brum, 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 brum,
yeah, yeah,
brum.
yeah. Yeah. Dude, those things I looked on Amazon, I was curious because I saw it like on Facebook trying to like, oh yeah, this thing is called the red da 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 da. And I went to look at from their website and Amazon and all the other places. Amazon wants $1,000 for the good one. for the cheap one, like maybe $60, $70 for the cheap one, and I don't know if the cheap one works as good as the expensive one. So it's the same thing with a tattoo gun. It's you don't know if the cheap gun is gonna be better than the expensive gun, you know. So it's like
Right.
the cheap gun got got less parts to it. The expensive gun got a bigger bigger motor, so a bigger this, a bigger that.
Yeah, there's some that are like so
Yeah.
light now that it
Yeah.
doesn't even feel like you're holding a tattoo gun, and everything's
Mm.
combined into a case. Everything's
Right.
there. All you
Right.
got to do is put the needle on, and that's it. You know, and
Right.
it sounds like a hummingbird. Back in
Yeah.
my day, like I remember my dad and his buddies, and
Yeah.
it sounded like a goddamn chopper stand.
Yeah.
You know,
I
like
remember those back
goddamn,
then
no, I
too.
don't want to do one of them. No. It's all right. I just took a sewing needle and a guitar string and
Yeah.
wrapped it on
Yeah.
this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
I've seen
good.
I've
Thanks.
seen I've seen homemade tattoos that were freaking horrible, man. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? And what the hell were you guys drinking? And what the hell were you guys smoking, man? What? They were like, because my boys would show it, like I would hang out at the shop with my boys when I was younger, and because I've always thought that tattoo shops were cool, and I would always hang out with them and bullshit with them, and we would have people walk in with like cover up, they want to get stuff covered up, but because and then we would ask them, where'd you get them? They go, oh yeah, these are homemade tattoos from like house parties and shit like that, and you see like some weird stuff, you're like, what the hell? What the hell were they trying to do? Like a unicorn or something? Like one had a big ass blot. It was supposed to be a unicorn, but that thing looked like a big blot. Yeah, I mean, the shadowing and stuff, it looked like a unicorn, but it just looked like a big black spot, like you know what I mean, like a big birthmark. And my boy goes, "What the hell is that?" Some guy, like, I guess he messed up or something, and he freaking, instead of coloring it in or whatever, it was supposed to be whatever the unicorn color was. He just used the black and outlined the whole damn thing.
Right. Made it thicker.
Yeah.
Right.
And he outlined the whole damn thing, and he colored it all black. So it's a unicorn, but it's a all black.
Like a shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like, look, we're looking at it, we're like, it's a big black ink, like we thought it was an ink blot because the way he did it with the freaking homemade gun, it made it look like a damn big ass, like he went like this and splashed ink on her, and yeah, but I mean, it still looked like a damn unicorn. It just looked, but it looked like he took a brush and went and threw a bunch of black ink on her.
Yeah, and who knows what kind of ink that was or anything
Yeah.
else like that
Yeah.
too. You know, that's
Yeah.
I've got a couple house party tattoos myself, and my older kids all have tattoos. And
Yeah.
I always tell them, if you want a tattoo, just come to me. I'll give you a tattoo, or, just don't get one at a house party because you'll regret it. You'll
Yeah,
regret
because
it, and then you'll have to get it
you'll get
covered
one.
up and everything
I've
else.
seen girls try to get hearts at a house party. I go, are you guys really sure you guys want a heart at this party? And it's not even a heart. It doesn't look like a heart. It looks like a damn kidney.
Kidney.
Because, dude, imagine
One
the guy's
side's a
drunk.
half, and the other side's all wrinkled in.
Yeah, the guy's drunk and he's trying to draw a heart on the girl's leg or something. Dude, the freaking guy couldn't even draw a straight line at the time, and I'm like, dude, that thing's gonna look like a kidney or gonna look like some type of weird shape. No lie, that thing looked like half kidney and half heart or either or something. It was trying to do stuff. It was trying to keep it in the lines, and if you're drunk, trying to keep it in the lines is kind of hard.
Yeah. I've
So
drawn
it's gonna
many
go.
times on Lamber frame.
Yeah, it's gonna go all over the place. It's gonna go. You're gonna try to keep it right, like the heart's like this, but you're gonna try to keep it in there. But for some reason, the guy goes, "Woo!" Instead of doing heart, it looked like almost like two lungs. Almost. There was one that guy did. It looked like two lungs. I'm like, how the hell and where the hell did you do that? Because I guess you try to do a up, backward W or whatever, and try to make it look like a heart. Like, if you do a backwards W, you could at least try to make it look like a heart. So I guess he was trying to do that, and then instead of pointing the bottom, he did another W on the bottom. So you're like looking at it, you're like, I think those are supposed to be a heart but he screwed up on the bottom and he went like this instead of like point.
Right.
As long as you did an M on top, it would look, you could pull it back
Right.
down and look like a heart. But I guess he forgot he was doing a heart and he went and
Yeah, I try to do it all in one motion instead of like half here,
yeah.
stop and goes.
Yeah. But since since he's drunk, he goes, "Oh, I can keep on going." Woo! Woo!
Right. And I'm not gonna lie, I have been drunk and hey, come on over here, buddy. Put this on here. I'm like, oh fuck, man. Halfway through the mug, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I got double vision. You keep giving me shots and other things, and now I'm seeing shit, dude. This
Yeah.
red wagon is coming out really cool as hell. And he goes, what? It's supposed to be a red dragon. I'm like, well, it's a wagon now. So I guess you're, oh, don't fuck with me. Stands up, looks in the mirror, and it's a big old fucking red dragon, and I got him all holding a crystal ball. But I'm like, I've done the outline, I got like half of the shading and some of the color, and I'm just like, I'm done. I've been sitting here drinking shots with them. I'm done.
Yeah. So if he hears you say, "Well, a red wagon," I'll be, uh-oh. I'll be first thing I do. I'll be looking in the mirror, make sure it doesn't look like a wagon.
Well, the whole thing was too, like I said, I was drinking shots with it, so I'm kind of slurring my speech, and I'm like, yeah, it's a red wagon. And this dude was like, red wagon? And I'm like, yeah, red dragon. And he's like, oh my God, it's supposed to be a red dragon, and fucking freaks out. I'll kick your fucking ass. I'm like, fuck you, man. Just whatever, man. Yeah, sit down. I gave you a free tattoo. It's a red wagon. It's a red dragon. Dragon or wagon? I don't know. Which one you want it to be? I can put a dragon riding in a wagon if you want,
I can imagine like you slurred it and he goes, ah crap, he put a freaking wagon on me.
Right, like, oh fuck, we were drinking, I slurred my speech what I wanted, and he heard something else what I wanted. And,
yeah.
But it was at a buddy's house, and I was like, I got to that point and I was just like, I'm done. You can tell what it is. I keep going and I'm just gonna fuck up more, or things ain't gonna turn out quite right. So I was just like, I'm done. And a couple days later, he came back and we finished it up.
Yeah, or you do a Jessica Rabbit and it doesn't look like Jessica Rabbit. It looks like a like a big girl.
Proportions ain't right,
Yeah. Guys, I got
young, old.
I've seen stuff like that, like where they actually did it and then they stopped. Like you could tell they stopped and thought about it for a second and then freaking kept on going. You're like, well, if you knew you screwed up like right about here, I would have stopped completely. I would have stopped completely, but that's you. And then he went, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, and then that wasn't the weirdest one. The weirdest one was the chick that walked in on at my friend's shop and wanted her area tattooed. You'd be like, that's good. Oh boy. I go. She wanted I think like a rose or something something like a flower or something like that. We're tattooed there. I go, is that the weirdest spot you tattooed so far? He goes, kind of.
Right above the area. I've done a couple there, like a little lawnmower, a butterfly, or a spider web. I've done a couple of them.
He showed me one. He actually took a picture, like how they need portfolio pictures.
Right.
I look through his portfolio thing. I go, like towards the end is where the weird one. He goes, I put the ones the really weird ones towards the end. I go, I wonder what the weirdest one he's done so far. I freaking flip. Freaking, it's a butthole. Like 2 buttholes. I'm like, oh, I go, how the hell did you end up tattooing that? And how the hell did you convince her that it would look nice there?
I didn't have to go that far, but I did do a Spider-Man and his
Mhm.
web shot like it was coming out of his butt. So, but it was funny
Yeah.
because he wore basketball shorts, so it's not unless he pulled up his leg, you could see
Right,
Spider
right. But
Man. All right.
the way I guess the way the person wanted it, the way he had it set up, it wasn't even like on the skin part. It was like around the hole. It wasn't
Round
even
it.
like it wasn't like on top of the butt.
All right. Would have been a
I'm like,
bullseye, bullseye.
right. I'm like, I'm like, huh? I go, was he drunk? Like first thing I asked him, was he drunk? He goes, no, he was sober and he wanted the butthole tattooed.
Yeah, there's many different tattoos out there.
Hmm. And like down here in Florida, I've never seen Brandon like they've wanted all kinds of tattoo like weird tattoos, but nothing like Brandon or nothing like that. But that's only at my boy shop. Maybe he didn't,
Right.
offer it, so I wouldn't. Yeah, maybe because he doesn't like like you said, the smell of burnt skin. So maybe that's why he
Yeah.
didn't. But yeah, he's never offered it, and so I've never
Right.
did
I
it.
mean, it took a while, and I had to study up on it and everything else,
Hmm.
and I had to go with
Yeah, but
health
that's
codes.
it.
And then,
Yeah, same thing.
nothing like going to a health inspector say, "Hey, I'm doing branding on people."
Yeah,
Excuse
and
me,
he
like,
and
we
yeah, and he'll
don't.
look at yeah,
This is
and
sterile. That's
dude,
sterile. Yep. Okay.
yeah,
There you go.
he like I remember like sitting there and watching the health department guys come through because I remember when they came through the restaurants and how
Yep.
how freaking detailed they are, and I'm like, dude, you might want to keep a lot of this shit sterilized, clean, so just in case these guys want to come in out of nowhere and pretend to be one of your customers and actually come in and say you weren't sterilizing shit. I'll go because they will do that, and I go joke
Oh yeah.
around with him, and he had it twice. He had those guys come in twice like that. I go, I told you, I warned you. I go, uh, because they've done it to me. Like when my mom used to own the restaurant, they would walk in, like you couldn't tell, but they would walk in, and then we would get hit with like a fine, like some type of fine, and then my mom would go, "What the hell? When did this? And then we look at the date, and we remembered there was a customer that was acting a little weird, but we didn't think nothing of it. And then we go, damn it, it was that damn health inspector undercover pretending to be a customer.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna probably call this a night.
yeah. I was about to say, yeah. It looks like you're gonna about to call it because we're almost hitting the 4 hour mark.
Yeah. Then you got a show tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night at 9. So I'll shoot you the link in. Tori told me to shoot her the link too, so I'll shoot you guys both the link.
All right.
So
Shoot Firehawk too. Maybe he'll pop in.
yeah, I'll shoot one to him too. So
Yeah.
I'll see you later. I'll see you in a
All
couple
right.
hours. Not at like 9 o'clock at night. See you
Keep
later.
looking for them booty books.
Yeah, I will. See you later.